Hello, Internet. Welcome. Whoa. Nope, that's the wrong thing. There we go. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Ordeals of Livistio. I am your humble, kind, and benevolent John Dungeon Master, here to lead you all through a wonderful tale known as the Ordeals of Livistio. And the fun part is, I don't actually know how it's going to go. My friends here, we have Henrietta. Say hello, Henrietta. We have
hello,
Greg.
Everyone. It's Yonsei, your favorite.
Yonsei. Oh, no. We have Greg. Hello, Greg.
Hello!
We got Seth live from the United Kingdom at midnight right now?
Hello.
1 a.m.?
Yeah, 12:04.
Oh my god. We have your boy, Ruben. Why didn't your nameplate get updated? Oh no, I deleted the wrong nameplate! Oh. We're gonna fix
Internet.
that real quick.
It's your boy, Ruben, playing Snefru.
It's your boy. Let me just go ahead. We're gonna have some technical difficulties real quick. That's what I like to call them. Give me
Your
one
character will be
second
referred to
there.
as your boy.
It's your boy. Followed by Diggy. Say hello, Diggy.
Hello, hello.
Followed by our boy from France, an hour ahead of Seth. Jeff.
Hello, hello. I'm Jeff, and I will be playing the delightful Félix Balzac Passereau.
Ooh, very nice. I was about to go around the table introducing all of our characters, or rather have you introduce them for me, because I probably don't know them as well as you guys do. I hope. However, I'd just like to remind everyone the themes of this campaign, where we are a crown prince living in the kingdom of Livistio. Crown Prince, say hi, Crown Prince.
Hello, Crown Prince.
Who are you playing,
Someone was
Crown
gonna do
Prince?
it.
What is your name? What is your class? What is your level? Tell us a interesting thing or fact about your character.
Hello, I will be playing Glynis, the half-elven crown prince of the Kingdom of Livistio. They have been living their entire lives cloistered in this castle, learning to essentially become the next king, but with very little, if any, hands-on experience. Thusly, he has become a monk of some sorts, but his ambition has grown greatly. Much of the kingdom, the rumors have it, that while it has been a peaceful and prosperous time, the king that his father currently rules is looked down upon because he fails to live up to the greatness of his grandfather. And so Glynis, now being freed from the clutches of the castle, looks to set out with his closest advisors and friends and claim for himself the renown and acclaim that his grandfather once did on the battlefield.
Ooh. Very cool. However, what is a king without his loyal subjects and retinue? Say hi, retinue!
Hi,
Hi,
Red.
retinue.
Retinue, we are gonna go in regular clockwise formation, starting with Jeff as Felix Balzac Passereau. God, I destroyed that, didn't I?
Ballsy's in the house.
I specifically made the name like that just to see you guys struggle to say it.
You bastard.
Um,
I've been made
So,
fun of by
yeah.
French people this weekend.
So I will be playing Félix Balzac Passereau, and I am the champion of the Crown Prince. For if you have any dispute with His Majesty, you might want to talk about it a bit before with me. I am a tiefling. I am a fighter, a level 3 fighter. I took the subclass of the samurai because I am not a samurai, but I am a charismatic fighter. I am a fencer, and I know the way of the rapier. And I hope I won't have to use it too much. It's a lie. I really hope I will have to use it.
Jeez.
But I will be following the Crown Prince because we share some kind of a rivalry, a friendly rivalry, of course. But I hope he will be one day a great fighter. Or monk, that is.
A warrior, we call them. As my Roll20 crashes, we are going to go up next to Diggy. Diggy, who are you bringing to the table this evening?
Hello, hello. I will be playing as Eleva Hito. She is a half-elf drow and, of course, our lovely liege's spy master. She is a stranger from a strange land, has sort of weaseled her way into her position, some people might say. And she would say that those some people are political rivals who are trying to destabilize the kingdom. Clearly that's why they're not fans of her. No other reason.
None?
She,
No other
of
reason?
course, yeah, no other reason at all. She is incredibly loyal. Loyal to what? That has still to be determined. That I'm certain that we'll find out eventually.
Very cool, very cool. Next up is Rube, who I believe, if legend is to have it, is being a wizard of some kind, correct?
Yes, I am bringing Snefru, the gnome war wizard. Hailing from Brimland, he has joined the court under the service of the Crown Prince, and hopefully one day to be the royal magi, or mage.
The royal magi or mage. An ambitious, lofty, powerful position to have. Very, very neat. Ugh. Also, who doesn't like gnome wizards? Let's be real, guys. They're pretty sick. Next up is Seth. Seth, who are you bringing?
I will be playing Andros, the half-elven paladin, Oath of Conquest, who is level 4. He is currently serving rather begrudgingly, but perfectly, as the bodyguard of the Crown Prince, who, is kind of a, little bitch. I think that's a pretty good descriptor.
Look, some friendships are made through the fires of turmoil and all sorts of things. Others, who knows what may happen to Sir Andros, who I would like to point out is in fact a knight. How dare you be casual with your own character? I will be respectful as I roleplay serfs and servants. Come on.
I'm sorry. He is a sir, but whatever. He might fall down a well because everyone hates him. Who knows?
True. Next up is Yonsei, who I fucked up your nameplate. You said Yanni so many times last time. I thought that was your name. So I put your name.
Is it Yonsei, Yanni, Yon Boy, Yan, like all the names?
Yonsei is Yonsei. We're all the Yannis. That's what
You're all the Yannis. Yeah, you're
Okay.
Yonsei's Yannis. You're the troop.
And at the end, you just had to be Yonsei.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Is that really the
That's
pun?
me. I'm the Yonsei. And the Yonsei is here to make this a great time for everyone. And, let's get some laughs, some friendships, some happiness. Like, maybe someone who he doesn't like is gonna die. But you know what? That's fine. Like, that's okay. We're together. We're going through this together. And if someone wants to, laugh at his jokes, it'd be nice.
That would be very nice, but also
It'd be nice.
never going to happen.
Shame.
I would
really
like
good
to
jokes.
remind our audience, it is currently the 12th of Fantasy January in the year 1351 of the Third Age of Eos. You guys are currently on the continent of Eos Minoris, a subcontinent of Majoris, the biggest continent on your planet, or at least the known world. It is currently winter time. There is snow on the ground, ice has somewhat thawed a little bit earlier than what people were expecting, has kind of made it a little bit hard to walk on, especially as you guys begin your adventure in the forest. I want to know, before we begin, who is up front? I assume it's Andros as the most experienced and also the biggest meat shield of your party. Is anyone opposed to that? Of me dragging?
I'd like to think that most of the party is seen gathered and huddled together because the prince won't shut up about his banner. And is trying to convince everybody that we need to raise one because this is our first march out of the castle, but he has no idea what it should be. And so he's going from person to person, screwing up whatever marching order there is, any rhythm or cadence, and trying to get their opinions on this banner, much to the chagrin, I assume, of most of the experienced adventurers.
I'm all for this. This is what we're here for. This is where we're
Yes.
brainstorming. We're getting ideas.
And-
You're doing great.
Andros
Great
is just like
leadership.
marching forward, just like, yep, that sounds like a great idea, Your Highness. Yep. Oh yes, a bear would be great. Yep, keep moving.
Well, as the hours draw on, you guys have already long left the kingdom, or rather the city of Livistio. You have not gone by river, you have instead chosen to go overland, head into the great deforested hilly area where your soon-to-be sister will one day inherit these lands. Currently, there is even a tournament being organized, talked about, within Livistio, where the winners of said tournament will act essentially as the settlers and knights or lords of the area in her stead until she can be educated, come of age to start making her own life for herself, making a branch family of the Marchette dynasty, which has never happened before. Times are changing in Livistio with the birth of this princess. The biggest one being your freedom, Goblins.
Woo!
This is the first time you have ever been out of the castle and its immediate grounds. You've never gone beyond those grounds before in a river island. You've never gone into the city until just now, and you were kind of rushed out of it a little bit too soon, in your belief.
It was smelly anyway.
It was very smelly. Even now, as you are in the wilderness, uncaring as it is for rank and status of past and future, only the present, you see to your northeast the many smoke trails that are coming from the city itself. This great island urban sprawl. No fields there, but further to the south, beyond the snow, you can see great plains of ice and small contrails of smoke going up and up and up to the sky. And for the first time, your world has never been larger, Glennis. Andros is up in front, a war herald of your grandfather, who has sort of
Indeed.
forced himself to become your bodyguard.
I needed a job.
What are your thoughts?
At least he's staying in front this time. He's not shadowing me like a hawk.
You have 4 people. You'll be fine.
Behind Andros is undoubtedly Yonsei, who is harassing him or trying to distract him from being, like, super serious. That's just my gut feeling, Yonsei. Feel free to correct me if that's wrong, though.
I mean, if your liege is not in need of my immediate presence, then the only other thing I could possibly do is annoy the person who has like a serious stick up his ass and ask him for ideas of the banner, because clearly he's pooped it out a couple times. He knows what's going on.
He's pooped out.
I think
a
every
banner.
once
Last
in a
time you were
while-
like in a war, is that when the last time you felt you were important? Is that?
I think when you say that, Andros just takes his hilted sword and just swings it really hard around him.
Ah!
Unhappy with it.
Be attacked!
A
Ballsy,
green
come save
rupee
me.
pops out of a nearby bush.
Oof.
I think we're all really good at this. I think we're doing great. I think
Oh,
they're
yeah.
excited to see us, and I think that we present a strong, united front. And I think, I think we all love each other, right? Right? Right?
Deeply.
Oh, that is definitely
Sure.
why you're all here. Yes.
Exactly.
Love.
Exactly. All right.
I think
Just reassuring
after like a
everyone in their
moment
places.
of a moment of silence, Andros just goes, "Just make it a crowned bear and be done."
I think it should be a crowned bear eating something. I think that speaks well.
Valid.
Like an artichoke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Was it? They're shaped like hearts. I don't know. Or it could be a heart. Oh shit! Damn! Look at that genius idea.
A bear
eating a heart.
As
Strong.
usual,
Yeah.
Leonte, you got there in the end.
Do you mean heart as in
I'm full
like
of them.
an elk, or do you mean a heart as in like literally a human heart?
If you think Yancey knows that heart also means elk, you are. Not that
don't-
he's not intelligent, but he definitely doesn't know shit about nature. Like, he's a city boy.
It is
Like,
a
a
gruesome
deer are called that?
picture.
Whoa.
Do we? Hold on. Do we have any other ideas? Actually, we need to stop this procession immediately. We are far too far from the city without a banner raised, and this is the #1 priority I had before we were rushed out of the city. Everyone, stop what
I
you're
just-
doing at the moment.
Andros,
I
he has
have-
given you a
Are we
command.
doing-
Do you follow it?
I just stop moving. I don't even turn around.
I walked directly into him, just like I was not paying attention.
Are we doing this right now?
We're doing this right now. Yes.
Okay, I have paint. I'm prepared. I'm ready. I can draw. You know what? If we make it, okay,
rely
hang
on
on.
Yonsei. She's got arts and crafts settled.
I'm great.
My
I'm doing
liege,
great.
with your
ready.
permission, may I go find a seamstress?
You don't need no seamstress
yes,
when Yancey's
absolutely.
here.
You guys are in
Yanni's
the
got
wild
you.
a day away from Livistio,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
I thought you stopped it. Sorry, my brain turned off.
No, I just kind of let you guys go, just to see where you would take me. And I was kind of stunned by the stick up your ass that you shit out a flag joke. I want to continue on getting the perspective of our prince here, who has now stopped the procession, hills away through a clearing of snow, and focus your attention to Snefru, your court wizard, who appeared 2 or 3 years ago when you were a slightly younger man. He is by far the most, well, maybe not the most, but definitely one of the most world cognizant of your party, let's say. Chances are, if anyone has seen banners before, and also knows what banners are already taken, it will be Snefru, or behind him, the foreigner from a southern island nation that is currently embroiled in civil war. Eleva? Question mark? How
Evil.
did I get it? Did I get the name?
Her
Yeah,
name is
that
Evil.
sounds about right, Eleva.
Eleva.
No,
Okay.
it's evil. It's evil.
It's evil.
No relation to evil. Evola. I mean,
Glynis,
Eleva.
you stare at these two. Who are...
The dots are connecting.
Glynis, you stare at these two.
God, best of character, but just the character just breaks.
I'm trying, guys. I'm having a good time. I don't know if you...
Woo!
Glynis, these
Right,
two
continue.
will likely have the most sophisticated understanding of making an actual banner or flag.
Here's the thing. We need it to be cool, clearly, and we need it to be regal, clearly. But everyone here can bring something to this. Yonsei's here to make it glitzy and glamorous and perhaps a little bit funny and eye-catching.
I got you. I got you. Yeah, bright pink, straight off the bat. First idea.
Maybe, but we'll get back to that. Eleva's here to make sure that it is worldly and appropriate, and maybe perhaps fearful for the foreign lands. Sneferu is here to make sure we don't steal from anyone. And the other two are here because my ideas only go so far, and they are more the common stock than myself. Surely the flag that inspires commoners must come from the common man.
Very
I
wise.
agree with everything that you said. They are commoners. I'm gonna remember that one for later.
We look to Felix,
Thanks.
who is by far the most flashy, definitely exotic, not really a commoner. A infernal
He's not a knight,
tiefling.
right? I'm insulting
been
my
labeled.
bodyguard here. Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not a knight nor a lord or lady of the court. You're an executive.
You're common
of it.
ballsy. We've talked about that.
Yes, you're a champion and a wonderful fighter, but
Champion ballsy.
Eh?
underneath your red glistening skin and
Red,
beautiful
glistening skin
adornment
ballsy.
and wry smile beats the heart of the common man.
As you go on this monologue about how pretty Felix is, Andros just sort of raises an eyebrow like,
No, go on. It's okay. Yes,
If I had water
We'll,
splash on you, I would.
we'll just say come on up. Yeah, sure. It's, come on up. All right. I'll just twirl my mustache a bit more.
Yeah, in case anyone forgot, I'm 37th in line for the throne. So, not commoner, commoner.
Andros just sort of pats Felix on the back and goes, "It's okay. You and that one," points to Sneferu, "are like the only two respectable people here."
And just like that, my ego is restored.
Do you not think our liege to be respectable?
Was I
Oh.
talking to you?
I think a
I
bear is a
didn't
great
know.
idea, and I think it should be eating a heart, because I think that's badass.
Yeah. No.
Well, that could have a negative connotation with certain
Oh.
other nations, though. That could be a
What if the
almost
bear
like a
is
war,
eating
a
it
war
with a
pen.
knife and a fork? So that way it's not savage.
Sophisticated knight.
Yeah.
I think what is most important is that it embodies the ideals that our liege to be inspires to be.
The crown is really big.
That's
Big
actually a
time.
good point.
You know, it's not compensating for anything. It's just big.
It's a very
So the banner is
wide-brimmed crown.
90% crown, then bear with two tiny forks and knives. Are they crossed or are they open?
Mmm.
Well, cross seems to imply that there's not going to be ready to eat. You want to imply that you're ready to consume. So.
Why don't we just make it a happy medium and make it its mouth dripping something, blood, water, something.
Are we making a banner for a kingdom or for a restaurant?
You made a fair point. I think I'm just hungry.
Yeah.
Would
But
we know
are we-
if other kingdoms you have an elk on their banner?
I'm sorry, can you say the first... Can you just repeat your sentence? I'm so sorry.
No worries. Would we know if other kingdoms are using an elk on their banner at this time?
Certainly.
Or
If
are-
not them, then definitely local or hunter-based houses, just alone inside of your kingdom. The most common animal types are bears, because bears are awesome, and also the bear mother, followed by elk, which is mostly like 90% of all meat
I guess it's
products
bear
in your
necklace.
country, and then fish. Those are like the main three animals.
I have a DM question for you. Would Andros know if his BBEG has a crest and what animal would be on it?
He certainly would, but we are not going to go into that just now.
Because it would be the first time Andros tries to be a sneaky bitch. I was gonna
Maybe
make
not.
Bear be eating said animal.
Okay, actually, that's great. I'm going to go look it up right now, alright?
It's been 10 minutes, folks. 10 minutes, and we're already trying to
While
piss
he's
off
doing
the
that,
BBAG.
I want to propose another idea. Like, go into your mind palace. All right, join me in this exploration of ideas. You want a great banner? we considered like a banner with a banner inside of it. Banner.
My liege, may I punch Yonsei?
Oh no, of course not. Striking the royal jester, and by extension the apprentice, is a crime. It would only be reserved for instances of true offense.
37th in line. Say, it's royal goods.
You want to
Not
I
explain
have
that?
to-
You
How
want to
did it call
explain
it
that
first
logic
comment?
to me? Like,
Guys, can I narrate us out? I don't think you're gonna come to an immediate decision about the banner.
This is the snapshot of the argument.
Yes.
And
This is the
function
travel.
of
This is
our
the travel
band
monologue.
during the travel.
Indeed, where we literally stop, we have a lunch break, we open up the rations, we make a tiny little fire, and for like an hour we argue about the banner that isn't even at the point of being ready to get made yet. This is like the first, brainstorming session that you guys have actually had, where Glynis has had you all in one place, not doing anything other than walking. But your mission is still out there. You have to find these tools, because Glynis, you are expected to arrive back home in early February with victory, with success.
Of course.
And if you don't, and you're out here for months, and if they have to send a rescue party to find you because you got your ass lost in the woods, this isn't just going to be a shame on your family. It's going to be a massive damaging reputation loss on your behalf. This is the first time you've ever been
I don't even
out.
consider that a possibility. We will assuredly find these tools and
course.
defeat any of antagonistic monsters we may find. Come back with trophies and begin the gain of renown.
Very good. Let me go ahead and check something real quick. Eventually, you all will head up into the forest, having found the campsite / staging area of where these tools have been ransacked, right on the border of the tree line. The camp is quite small. It's just 4 simple shelters, a bunch of wooden shacks that, you could imagine a hunter dwelling in for the winter. If you open them up, you will find them empty, the crews having abandoned this place because they're not just going to wait out here with no tools, and also it's the middle of fucking winter, why would they? Even though they were scheduled to work through it during the down season, as it were. Party, this is where your investigation begins. Here, in the growing altitude of this mountainous river valley you find yourself in. What do you do?
I think Andros would grab, honestly, probably Snefru, and try to get his help looking for signs of a struggle or anything like that. Because Andros knows battle. He doesn't know battle signs. My way of saying he's dumb as a box of fucking rocks. So I'm
Hit
offering
axe and
canonically
yell.
the help action to Snefru.
Yeah, Snefru would, once they reach this camp, he would look around for obvious signs of tracks, any sort of clues he could find.
Okay,
As
are you
a- as he's
focusing on the
naturally
interior
curious.
of the camp or the exterior?
I would say the interior, because the tools would have been in the camp.
For sure. You
So
begin
he's
your
looking for a clue
investigation.
there.
Go ahead and roll me investigation. Seth, does Andros have proficiency in investigation?
Fuck no.
Okay, does anyone else have
He's very-
proficiency in investigation?
I have
I
proficiency
do.
in perception. Oh, of course, the evil person does.
Eleva, would
I
you like
am
to...
not evil. I'm just a spy master and slightly shady, and maybe evil, but probably not.
and
Eleva,
maybe
would
even
you like to assist Snefru somehow? And if so, how do you go about doing that?
I think
By
that
the
she
work?
is using her sort of experience in these matters. While she isn't used to doing things in the wild, she's inside the camp, and so she knows the signs of people going around. So she's having a look around herself and just pointing out, "Hey, this isn't how things usually work. Oh, hey, people don't eat this far away from camp. Why is there food over here, etc." Just
Yeah.
offering your expertise in the matter.
With a quick mind helping you here, Snefru, I suppose I will give you advantage on your investigation check.
Okay.
Andros, essentially just, maybe not ordering, but getting people moving, which is the best thing a knight can do in this kind of situation. You rolled a 3 and a 4 back to back. Hell yeah. I love seeing the first roll.
So that will be a 10.
A 10. Perfect. You will find that this camp used to be populated by 8 people, essentially 2 people per cabin here. This much is obvious. Their stuff is gone through, ruffled through, bags have been torn open. You're unsure by what, either a knife of some kind or some creature quite literally ripped it open with their bare hands. These rucksacks, these small little foot lockers, other sorts of indiscriminate storage that we can sort of hand wave here. There's no wardrobes, there's nothing like that. Everything that has been brought into this camp was designed or intended to be moved wherever the work was. In this case, it was here.
It's a very mobile camp, got it.
A very mobile camp. What is strange is that despite the refuse and trash on the ground, like scrap clothing, essentially, shirts and the woolen cloaks that you'd expect people to wear and around a small little campfire, or within inside the wood stoves that are lining the edges of these huts, you don't find a cart to carry all of it. You don't see any animals or, feed, so whoever was supposed to come up here was supposedly pulling a hand cart, you'd assume. It's not as though everyone just loads up hundreds of pounds of gear on their back and then march a day and a half outside of town.
Has it snowed recently?
Yes, it is snowing right now. But it is a light snow, not a heavy blizzard.
So the possibility of there being tracks is very low, seeing as it has snowed already. Is there blood or the remnants of somebody fighting or dead that we see, or is it just seem to be ransacked goods, materials, sacks?
It was ransacked.
Okay.
No one died in this encounter.
Okay.
A quick question. There's no sign of any livestock that was part of this camp. Is that right?
Nope.
No horses?
No horses, no
Got it.
Ox, no cattle, nothing like that.
But while they're going through all of this, I think the natural thing that Andros would choose to do would be to stand at the perimeter and watch them, and also watch the woods. Would I be able to make a perception check to...
Yeah.
Maybe?
Sure. Give me a perception check. Let's see what you can see.
Not very much, I promise that. I see nothing.
No, you don't. There is, however, an obvious trail, I suppose, like an animal or a buck trail, that you can kind of see leading up and up into the heavier, denser forest and mountains. That's what you initially see just from standing at the edge of this camp, looking around for any potential threats or hazards.
Andros is pretty dumb, but even I think he would be able to figure out that a cart wouldn't fit in that. So he'll point it out, but he would say, there's a game trail this way, or path. And then he just goes back to being silent. He's given all the relevant information he can.
What kind of game? Like juggling? Like throwing things?
It has a trail.
Someone else do it.
I'm sure he means a game trail where animals of the wilderness would travel this way more commonly.
Oh my god, they live here?
Just
I
the
gotta laugh,
deepest
right.
sigh. The deepest sigh possible.
Didn't get a laugh.
Felix, you've been awfully quiet. What are you doing in this
Yeah.
moment?
It's good. I'm thinking. I was gonna look for any clue that would be make us think like where whoever stole the tools might have gone. Even though I suspect the trail that we just found, but I guess I'll just check around, just do a little circle around the camp.
Yeah. What is your passive perception, out of curiosity?
My passive perception is 13.
I'm sorry, repeat that?
13.
13. While you are circling the camp, looking around for any sort of just clues while your teammates are inspecting the cabins and one of them's checking out a game trail, you will find something that normally would be somewhat hard to miss, I suppose. You look down upon the ground, and essentially sticking halfway through the snow, as if partially buried and forgotten, is a shovel. And as you go over to it, just inspecting it, you pull up the handle and realize the shovel head is missing. It's as if someone took the shovel, slammed it against something to break it in the shaft, and then took the shovel head with them? Or maybe it's somewhere around here, buried in the snow, and they'll find it in the next thaw, but you essentially are just holding a stake right now.
Yeah.
Are we fighting vampires?
Oh, you found out. Oh, no. Snow vampires.
So what kind of materials have been left behind?
Yeah, can Yamcha start like looking through things? He's just like throwing things around, just like, oh, ugly color, my god.
The most you will find here, aside from the bare furnishings, the beds are quite literally just wooden bed frames that have been sort of
Gross.
broken. Yeah, super gross. You'll find the scrap cloth of things that once contained items like rucksacks or just random clothing that's been ripped apart. You will find plenty of scrap wood that is meant for fire and firewood for these metal stoves here. But aside from that...
Are the metal stoves damaged in some way? Does it look like perhaps pieces of them have been pried off or smashed or taken, absconded with?
You know, you head on over to one, Glynis, and you pop out the back and quickly realize that the metal pull that takes away the smoke of the wood, that is quite literally like someone drills a hole inside of the wooden wall of the shack and then fits the metal pull in so that the carbon goes out instead of stays in and kills everyone inside this hut. That pull has been broken off and pulled free. Someone has taken that.
So, we have a missing shovel head, broken pieces of metal stoves, a noticeable lack of anything metallic or tools-like in the area. I think it is reasonable to assume that these were taken for their metal properties. Perhaps.
I agree with the young prince's
Indeed.
Perhaps we might be able to know something of the area. Andros, standing over there, come hither, would you? You're the most experienced traveler among us, our group. Are you familiar with the, what is the proper term for them? Monsters of the area? Would any of them perhaps have desire or need for metallic items, pieces of iron and steel, and where might we find them?
Would I know anything like that, or would Andros go with his gut statement? I mean, he's thinking about it for a second, so does he actually know anything?
So, you've given me the ultimate perplexion, right? Of like, do I go with my gut or do I know anything? And I'm like, you must know something if you have a gut reaction, right? You know it's not going to be a rust monster. Rust monsters do not live in the fucking woods. They live in the mountains.
Well, I meant with my gut reaction as Andros, like what his gut reaction would be, or he is taking a second though because it's the prince who's asking him to actually think if he knows the answer to his question.
Give me a history check. Let's find out.
Because if not, I'll just go with what he wanted to say anyway.
This
is going to be bad.
I'm sorry?
That's gonna be great.
That's gonna be great.
I know
God,
everything.
a nat 20. Andros gets our first nat 20 of the campaign, everyone, on what kind of monsters take metal stuff.
Well, I was specifically wanting to know what kind of monsters are in the area. Like, are there kobolds? Are there goblins? Are there kind of stuff?
So I don't want to call them the most common, but the one that has been seen in the most recent of years are goblinoids. They infest mountainous and hilly areas where civilization has a hard time reaching them. They also avoid cavalry in general, so the terrain of a heavy forest is incredibly nice for them. And honestly, dealing with goblinoids and their dens is a pain in the ass, and most of the time, they kind of ignore little tribes, so long as they don't, like, infringe on territory or attack settlements. Otherwise, adventurers might get hired, knights may get called out, and a lance may strike out at them. But aside from that, there is oh, who'd we lose?
Indiana said they'd be
I'll
RB.
be right back.
He had to blow her nose.
Did she have to turn her camera off and destroy my camera order? Henriette?
It's all right.
Chicken
We'll just play
chase
different
up.
characters
Simply
now.
disgraceful.
So Snefru, me, tells you, Andros, that...
Yes, quite right. It's likely that some goblinoids need metal for probably weapons, to be honest. Or it could be some local or border idiots who need steel or iron for weapons as well. Either way, we need it, and they need to be dead.
Well, also, goblinoids like shiny things, too. So, there's that.
Yeah, that too, but either way, they need to be dead. They probably live that way, and he points toward the woods and the mountains.
Then
Like
this
shiny
is like-
shovels, it seems.
Indeed. Does anyone believe they have a better idea than following them up to the mountains?
Well, the cart is missing. I believe this is a notable factor. But this is our only trail at the moment.
Then let us follow up to the mountains.
Are there like people that you like hire to do this? Is that not?
I
That's
think
us.
we are the people.
I
We
think
are
that's
the
us.
people.
All right. Okay. Here's what I propose. If it's like some super cool monster, all right, go with me here. It goes on the banner.
I like it. Yes. A very cool monster goes on the banner.
Being stabbed with a sword that has a crown on it, implying that you're the sword.
Or
And the
mauled
sword's not
by
too
a
big and
bear.
it's not too small. It's just right.
We'll work
A
on the
king's
crown.
first accomplishment is a worthwhile addition to a banner, yes.
Unless it's a
Thank
goblin.
you.
In which case, if you
Unless-
put it on the banner, I will not allow it.
Well,
Yeah,
it must be
I
a
was gonna
cool
say this too.
monster.
Yeah, Let's not put a goblin on the banner.
What is like a really cool looking goblin?
You know what, Yancey? I think it would be great if you saw your first goblin this trip. Why don't you walk up here with me? Grab you and as you walk up front with him.
Oh, you know what? This is a great idea. I got new jokes to tell you, man. I got so many new jokes. All right.
I will certainly listen and just
I've been
zones the fuck out as you
thinking
walk
So considering the goblin, okay, I got a couple of goblin jokes for you. First one, is that your mama or is that a goblin?
Yep.
No, okay, not good. Next one.
As they drift off, I'm just gonna lean to Glennis and just say, I'm not sure if they are friends or if they are going to kill each other.
Yonsei is like a fungus. They grow on you, and you might not like them at first, but soon you get used to them, and then you even kind of come to appreciate it. It's just the growing process. Don't worry.
in the distance. You hear, "Yep."
Great, let's go into my
I
type
think
5.
you-
Perfect.
I think you need to place greater importance on your own personal hygiene.
Perhaps so.
You
Princess
Yeah,
Athlete's foot confirmed.
There's a fungus somewhere named Yancy.
That's the goal of your campaign. Get a mushroom named after you.
We'll discover a mushroom.
Yeah.
And we'll call it
If I
Johnson.
can't get a song named after me or a book, I'll take a mushroom. It's okay.
Party, you head on upwards, up this game trail, having no real other easy to access path. It's not as if you guys are trailblazing with machetes through the jungle looking for a hidden temple here. Clearly, whoever took a cart took the easiest way upwards, and with no further or excess ideas, you head along the open ground, or open-ish ground. You have maybe 10-ish feet between you guys, from tree to tree here, going up and up and up. And although Andros said that a cart could not go through here, you imagine it could if the will was strong enough. It would be an incredibly
cart through
bumpy
here.
ride, and would get caught on rocks, would get caught in divots, but you could quite easily imagine it as you find a broken wheel about an hour going up this trail.
I told you.
A quarter of a broken wheel sort of lays upon a bush, having fallen off or gotten kicked off, or rather lays underneath the bush, sticking out with partial snow covering it.
That does look like something that would happen if you were driving.
You're surprised
I
it
don't.
lasted
You know,
an
you're right. I
hour.
don't have my cart license. I don't.
It's important to note. I think Andros made his first joke.
And I got
Right,
more laughs from
Andros.
you.
This is an
Wow.
astounding accomplishment.
To be fair, I'm not sure if it was a joke or a statement.
We're all
It was like a
immediately
flat joke.
focused in on the statement that is somewhat humorous,
Yo,
rather than
Johan called it sarcasm once. I don't think it's a great way to tell a joke. I think it's kind of weak sauce. Although I gotta say, this... Do goblins know how wheels work? Were they able to replace the wheel, or is the cart somewhere around here? What do you guys think?
I'm fairly certain they know how circles work.
Well, here's a question.
I'm learning more about goblins every day.
Are goblins known to, use animals?
Yes.
Goblins are animals. Was that offensive? I'll take it.
Ooh, wow. Andros says
this
out
is-
loud.
This
Oh
is a
yeah,
DM
that's where
question.
he draws the line.
I will kill them and burn their civilization, but they're people.
It's gone on the bad joke list. It's gone on to use in case of emergency list, I should actually say. There's no such thing as a bad joke. There's only a joke that has
Of
a specific
course,
time
of
to be
course.
used.
I'm bombing. Time to say the insensitive racial thing.
Exactly.
If you
Can we
can't,
tell how the wheel broke? Did it break off the axle, or did it crack under the by hitting a rock or something?
it looks like this part.
The smart guy
Uh,
shit. Huh?
So there are like two spokes connected to a chunk of rim that has fallen off. So chances are it snapped at the rim and then just was kind of, held on for potentially a few more minutes where, you know, got dragged and eventually, you know, like, this isn't catastrophic wheel damage. It would suck, but in theory you could keep pulling a cart with just this bit missing.
We are
This
on the
does
right track.
answer one question of mine. It was being pulled, not carried.
Who would carry a cart?
A lot of
Very
goblins.
strong goblin. A lot of goblins.
A lot of strong
He's
goblins.
strong. I don't know if we can take him. I gotta be honest.
I was gonna
Not
say
a lot of
no,
strength
but-
going on here. Except for Rossi, who only knows how to be strong. One arm is stronger than the other, though, if you know what I mean.
Jesus
I don't
Christ.
think goblins are that unintelligent.
Thank
Perhaps-
you. I didn't say it this time. Evil did.
Perhaps
which
they have a new leader.
We're agreeing on things. I think that's good. A new leader, someone that really likes goblins, like Rossi's mom.
Perhaps she absconded to the goblins in response of a fearsome
Gilly yonked down my
child.
back.
But it's times are changing around here. This is new for us, as it is for the kingdom. Perhaps it is new for the goblins as well. It would explain a
Or-
sudden shift in character by the
Even
creatures.
the goblins have a banner.
We're, before we
Yes.
go on
They
this tangent, were the tools steel or iron?
They were
Ooh,
iron.
good question, actually.
Okay.
You can't afford
Regardless.
steel, they're poor.
Aha!
Steel is a pain in the ass to make. Most weapons are just iron or various forms.
I don't know the difference between steel and iron. I can tell you.
Andros
it's
just
more-
sort of goes and pulls out his sword. Steel points to what is probably your dagger. Iron.
Okay, fine. I'll take that hit. I'll take it.
Well, one thing is for sure, the goblins are gonna be slower, I suppose, with
I
a
think
with
that
a
Robbie
damaged
can catch
wheel.
up to them. I don't
Who
Robbie
or
can
whatever
catch up to them.
is whatever is leading them is teaching them to make weapons. So the quicker they stop that, the better.
Oh, I thought they were eating.
Agreed.
Okay.
A well-armed tribe of goblins this close to the kingdom, it could be very dangerous. We should be careful and move ahead swiftly. They have a
We
lot of
should-
time ahead of us.
Yes, I agree.
Before we start
Stomp
walking,
them
are
out
we
before
sure
they
we don't
become a
want
threat.
the goblin on the banner? I feel like we're heading that direction. I feel.
Why don't you pitch it to me while we walk?
Yonsei.
Okay, great. Right. Starting off.
Yonsei, you've already feel like you bombed, and it's like now the point is either quite literally just keep harassing the party and your audience until they start arguing with
there's
you,
nothing else Beyonce
or
can
to
do. You
mellow
can't
out
stop.
and get hooked off.
This is the Bill
stage.
Burr Philadelphia rant, just
Yeah.
medieval style.
He cannot stop. He has to keep going. This stage does not go away.
We are literally a captive audience. There is
Exactly.
Oh.
Can only get
Although
better.
food is not dwindling yet, the thought of cannibalism on Yonsei does cross at least two of your minds. I will let you all
Andros and
decide.
evil.
He's really skinny. It would not be a good meal.
I bet those ribs are good.
You all continue to head forward. Yonsei muttering to themselves incoherently as they keep trying, like, I can dig myself out of this hole, I promise, I swear. When their muttering gets mixed with a faded, echoing, almost high chirping noise. And as Yonsei, for the first time, whatever their passive perception, realizes there are new people to bother. I do want to know if Yonsei YOLO charges ahead just to, like, mess with whoever is in front of them.
If they
No,
do,
Beyonce
I
is
would
a
like to make
coward
an
at the
athletic
end
check
of the
to
day.
just-
Like, yeah, immediately goes behind Rossi and just like grabs like a hole like in the back of his shirt. He's like, "There's people, Rossi,
Oh, they're people now.
voices."
There are people now?
Not necessarily people.
Noises. I don't
You see,
like
you-
it.
Okay, can you let go? It'd be hard to kill people if you. Why do I care? And I just unsheath my greatsword and just sort of, my prince, should I walk forward or wait?
Well, let us walk forward and find who it is that awaits us.
Loudly?
Yes.
And Andros sort of
decide to
stands
sneak
up a little
instead.
taller and just bellows as loudly as he can as he's walking forward. The Crown Prince Glynis approaches. You will kneel.
I like this.
You
I walk
shout
forward
out.
with the assuming that they are going to accompany me towards these
That's
voices.
so cool when he says it.
Beyonce immediately goes into sneak mode.
All right, I want a marching order from the party right now.
I have little legs, so I'm probably gonna be the last one.
Yeah, but they may slow their pace so you
oh.
can be in the middle. Who knows?
That's fine. Sure.
I'll be back there
I'll
with
be
Snuffy.
close to the prince.
Okay,
Oh,
we
oh.
lost
Oh,
a
we lost the-
player.
We lost Diggy.
Oh no. Well, why don't we take our first break here?
Yeah, she'll be
We're
back.
about an hour in, and you know, if we don't have technical difficulties, what's the point of us playing D&D, right? Guys, we will be right back,
Right.
and we will be facing off against the goblins on the other side of our break. Ooh.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Man, it's a night of technical difficulties. I love it. If we don't have it at the start of the campaign, there's no point in playing. We have decided essentially on the marching order of Andros goes in front and everyone else stays as far back as possible.
Oh, no. This is a opportunity to prove my own, like, ability to Andros, right? Because I'm still insulted by his overbearing protection at most times. So Andros is probably managing to stay in front of me by just sheer power of annoyance, but I am attempting very hard to like power forward.
I do think
Very fair.
using his sort of nightly presence, Andros sort of looks at Felix and mouths more than says out loud so he doesn't irritate the prince. Stay with him.
That was part of the plan, yeah.
Alright, then I have now put you guys onto a map, and I have positioned you roughly how I imagine you guys will be. So here we go. I will now immediately narrate the scene a little bit more, but also give you all the chance to look about. You will see that as you come out of the shrubbery, out of the forest, you will find a large creature of tan skin, of scrapped armor, wielding a club that has been crafted by essentially folding a shovel down and over itself around a big, hefty stick to create a, some might call it even a great club. You look at this size large creature who has big meaty hands, arms that stretch as far along the horizon, honestly, and a bunch of tent canvas that has been... I'm not done, don't interrupt me! No. A bunch of canvas from tents that have been laid down on the ground and then torn up in jagged ways to... well, you're unsure right now. You also see a bit of rope, the broken wagon on its side, having been, well, broken down quite literally to its planks. You see crates of things. You see other tools as well, some frozen, some not. And you stare at this creature, who essentially points at you, Andros, and says something in Goblin. Does anyone speak Goblin?
I can cast comprehend languages.
Yeah, but who's gonna hard cast a spell of comprehend languages when this guy's pointing menacingly at you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I do not speak your tongue. I will kill you.
See, this is why we need a banner. You don't have to talk if they see the banner.
Well, it seems like your intentions are clear, so... although no one has initially started combat, why don't we all go ahead and roll for initiative? As,
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
oh my
can't
god,
wait
this
to
thing
go last.
is... you know, this roll makes perfect sense, honestly. There's no way you go last.
There is a way I go last, actually.
You roll a nat one, then. You may beat it in going last, okay?
Oh my god, I'm not last. Wow.
Oh, please work.
My initiative is 0.1. I need you to understand that.
I didn't want to go first. I need my sneak attack.
You know, so just
Quick,
so
jump in
that
a bush.
you guys know, at the start of every session, I go and restart my API scripts so that they don't crash mid-game. And we're barely an hour in, and they've already crashed. What is going on today? It's Super
The
Bowl
machine
Sunday.
spirits are angry.
Nothing works.
This
We
is
enter our
like
first...
completely... This is like completely meta because Andros is like not at all... He sees a thing to kill, he doesn't care. Seth, on the other hand, we heard voices per the DM. So, like, I want everybody to be aware of that.
Yeah. There we go. Now everything's working. Descending order. There we are. We are currently in initiative, but no combat hasn't really started yet, which brings us to Eluva, who I will need to change your character token name later. But, Eluva, you are first to act. Quick on your feet. What do you do?
Oh God, which one's me?
You
Uh,
are in the back, at the very back over here.
yes, that is me. Thank you, thank you.
You're very welcome.
So let me go ahead and grab. Oh God, they changed the icons. I don't like change.
He is about 80 to 90 feet from you currently.
Yep. And we need to start closing that distance.
You sure do.
So, we are going to go ahead and advance up. And, give me just a moment, sorry. For some reason, I didn't properly add my range. Is that with an 80 feet?
I'm sorry?
Indeed it is. I am going to draw my bow and ready an arrow. If someone comes within range, or it comes within range of someone, I will shoot it. Prepared action. But I want my sneak attack. I'm just a poor little rogue.
Okay, so you are waiting for
That is my
it
turn.
to reach an ally so that you can get your sneak attack off, correct?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
That brings us immediately to Snefru.
Okay, Snefru's like hyping, like, I've practiced this in my mind. I know what to do. I've read the books. 25 feet, which will get me up into the front. Okay, so select. I'll move up here with 25 feet.
Yeah.
And he'll pull out his wand. He's shaking because he's never fought anything before. And he'll levy his wand and he'll ready a frostbite if it gets within 60 feet. Or if I'm in 60 feet, he'll shoot one off.
Okay.
Let me measure.
You will do just that. I know next up is Felix, but guys, my Roll20 is being so jank right now. I don't know what is happening. The servers are either dying or crashing on my end. I cannot control anything right now. Oh my god. Oh no. What? I got like 16 error messages and then it crashed. I forced reloaded it. It's up now. It's just loading. That is fantastic. Felix, what are you doing?
Okay. So I think I'll just stay where I am. Just following the prince around, and I will use my crossbow. I'll just aim at the creature and turn to my liege and say, "On your order, I'll shoot."
I nod my head at you and I say, "It seems we have found our stolen cart, and a fearsome creature at that may threaten the lives of our citizens. By order of Glynis, Crown Prince of Livistio, I desire its head."
Ooh, I love when you say that. I'll shoot.
I want his head.
In Andros' head, he's just like, I wish they would just kiss. Like,
Yonsei too. Oh my god.
Felix, take your
Oh,
shot.
go to
Shoot
me,
the
man.
shot. Shoot Bond.
There we go.
Oh, you will strike him true as your light crossbow hits him for 9 points of damage. Please work. Yes, it works. Its health bar goes down correctly. Oh. As my music suddenly dies for no reason. What is going on? Andros, you
One
were up
thing gets
next.
fixed.
sadly, Andros is not a ranged guy, so he's just gonna kind of move over there. But oh fuck, right there. But yeah, I think think that's pretty much it. Yeah, he's not going to waste an action yet. He's just directly staring at the bugbear. And, yeah, that's all I got. Bye.
You stare at the bugbear. Do you ready in action at all?
Actually, yeah, fine. I will ready the attack action with my greatsword. I have a thing I want to do if the rest of them pop out, but only if. So I'll just ready the attack action.
All right, you will ready the attack action, bringing us to Henrietta, followed by Glynis. Henrietta.
I have a quick question as we go to Yonsei's turn.
Yeah.
I have a feature as a level 1 heir, or like commoner, whatever your thing is, that I can inspire people with word or action. Is that something that I have to take like as an action on my turn? Is that like a mechanical thing I do, or is this a thing that I can kind of jump in with?
I would like it to happen on your turn. It will not necessarily be in action. It's kind of going to be dependent on what you intend to do. So if you're like, John, I would like to throw this great cauldron of, poison and disease and then have my friend drink it all, that would probably be an action, because throwing one would be. But if you have some other sort of creative thing, I am more than willing to hear it out.
But okay, so I have to wait for my turn though. I can't like jump in here and inspire Yonsei real quick.
Yes.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Yonsei's got plans. They got things to do.
Yancy, fuck. You fucked it.
It's okay. Yanni's also correct. They go by all the names.
Perfect. What do you do?
So Yonsei actually, in a moment of, oh god, fights are happening, is gonna look around and see if there's anyone else around that is a threat.
Yeah, make me a perception check.
Because we only see the one. And that seems kind of sussy.
Just a little bit?
It's a little sussy.
Okay.
What am I doing? Perception?
Perception check, yeah. As I realize my music is blasting.
6.
A 6.
Hang on.
Guys, we are not the most investigatory or perceptive party, it seems.
Technically, he's supposed to be good at it.
We see in a straight line. That is it. We are racehorses with blinders on.
Yep.
You sure are. However... no, you see nothing. There's all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yonsei just sees what's going on right in front of him.
Would you like to move?
Sure. I'm going to go behind Felix. Because that seems to be the safest place, theoretically speaking. And I don't think I have any bonus action stuff.
Very cool. That brings us to our crown prince, Glynis.
Alright. Glynis had a momentary thought, but then thinks better of it, and instead draws his blade, claps Felix on the shoulder and says, I'll show you what I've been learning in our sparring sessions. And then I race forward as fast as his feet will go, about 30 feet to here, and about 30 more feet in front using his dash action, as he's gonna go take this thing down.
Glynis,
my
rush
friend, please.
forward using your dash action. When the first of many arrows fly over your head, striking at your companions. Most of them being drawn by none other than Felix, but everything else going straight into Andros, who approached, readied his sword, started a bellowing war chant or some sort of declaration of I'm going to kill you. And then you rush past him super quick. Crossbow bolt went off just a few seconds ago. Everyone else is preparing, readying. And then here comes the cascade of arrows as everybody comes out of hiding.
I think as the arrows all just start peppering my armor, I just go, this feels about right.
As I see the prince run away, I just turn to Yonsei and just say, I trained that boy! I trained him!
Alrighty.
I
Two
turn around,
arrows
why
are
are
going
you
to go
proud? This is the
straight to
opposite of the
Felix.
thing we're supposed to want. But
I knew this was gonna happen.
Felix, we're going to do you first, and then the other three are going straight into Andros, which is happening a little bit out of turn order, but they're all goblins, and you all beat them in initiative, so they're just all going to shoot.
it's thematic.
Alright, 2 for Felix. What's your AC, Felix? And is it below a 23 and then a 14?
16, so I take the first one.
The 7 points of piercing damage strikes you in the chest as a improvised arrow, in a way. A little thing with just a bit of metal. It honestly looks like it's like carved board rather than a, shaved twig or proper quarrel. However, the other 3 are going straight into our splint mail-clad paladin, who is actually, I think, encumbered. Here we go, encumbered boy. 1, 2, 3.
Wait, am I encumbered?
You sure are.
I did not realize I was encumbered.
I believe the 17 will hit the splint mail AC?
Yes.
Then you will suffer 4 points of damage as it essentially bounces off your heavy plates of metal. And then, Glynis, as you kind of realize this wasn't, the greatest of ambushes for sure, but you did give them kind of enough time to set up. After, I'm coming to take your heads! They just kind of scampered off into these trees. And this bugbear in the, I suppose, cover/suppression of all these arrows is going to stride up to you. And you realize, oh my god, this is a 7.5-foot tall goblinoid monster. He's going to thwack you.
Does my frost bite go off?
Are you within 60 feet of it? Yes.
This guy is within range of both a frostbite and a arrow.
Yes,
Yep.
that is true. The ready shot will go off as well as the frostbolt. What's the
Alright.
Frostbite.
frostbite? Excuse me.
This is my
That's fine.
first roll of the game, so it's initiative.
The
14.
14, I believe, is enough. No, it is just shy. Oh,
Ah.
Can the
The
bugger
arrow-
make me a constitution? Sorry.
is frostbite a con save? Can you post that?
On it.
Hell yeah. Frostbite. Must make a constitution saving throw. What is your DC? 14?
DC is 14.
Perfect. A constitution. A 19 will pass. Uh-oh.
Had to try.
Glynis, an arrow shoots
Yes, sir.
past it. It deflects unluckily off its hide armor. This thing stares at you as, for the briefest moment, ice crystals form around its face but are shaken off. And a great club attack, also known as a Morningstar attack, will strike you. Or try to strike out at you. An 11?
That is an 11 that will fail. I have 14 of unarmored defense.
Hell
You
yeah. King
duck
to be
out of the
just
way.
braving it
The
up.
improvised Morning Star goes over your head as we move into the second round of combat, leading us to Eluva.
All right. The entire thing would be kind of pointless if my great friend, the king to be, just dies here. So I'm going to go ahead and, of course, give a bardic inspiration to our king to be because he needs to look cool in order to gain renown,
Drew?
which is right at D6 right now.
Beautiful.
Okay.
And I'm really hesitant to use spell slots. The whole 7-day long rest is throwing me off, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a sleep spell towards those goblins in the back line, far back.
Alrighty, the sleep spell will go off. Please roll me 5d8, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
5d8, you're right.
Within 20 feet of a
5d8.
point you choose, I think you can definitely get all 3.
Yep.
Yeah, you can get all 3.
Yeah.
5d8. 22 points of sleep. Ugh. Starting with... I think you're just going to knock out 2. Guys, I don't know what's happening. I'm losing my mind. Roll20 does not know what it wants to do. Okay. I'm going to say you will knock unconscious the first 2. Yes. Or the other one will be slightly more than 1 hit point extra. In fact, I think it literally has 1 hit point more. If you had gotten 23, you would have knocked it out.
Their HPs are 7, 8, and 8, guys. Come on. We know this now. Information.
Ah, shit. Shit. Well, one could be 4 and 11. Who knows? I will put blue dots on the ones who are currently unconscious.
1 HP, 1 HP, 21 HP.
Lupa, is that the end of your turn, or do you want to take your movement?
That is the end of my turn.
Okay, Snefru.
I can take the big guy out of the equation for a little bit, but I don't think I need to. Sneffer's gonna move forward. About here. And I'm going to try the frostbolt again. The frostbite again.
You
on the
got
big
it.
guy.
The big guy will make a Constitution saving throw. Ugh! Failing! What occurs as it fails?
Let me... Where's my character sheet? Sorry, I accidentally closed my character sheet.
I think if you shift double click, it will summon it.
Okay.
Oh.
It does 6 cold damage.
6 cold damage and has disadvantage on the next weapon attack it makes. Big. Oh,
That's my turn.
ice crystals now form again, this time seeping into its flesh. You watch kind of sickeningly as frostbite develops around its arms. Felix, that brings us to you, bud.
Yep. He was just saying, I trained that boy! I just...
Yonta like drags, like catches you and like.
What's the one? What's the one? Okay, time to get serious. Shit, I'm encumbered. Encumbered too. So I can move. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll just move there. Shoot another boat. Tuk. Who am I aiming at?
Big guy, small
Big guy or
guys.
archer? Let's go with small guys.
Alright, you shoot at the small guy.
Yep. Just So the one in the front.
Sounds good.
He's
He's hiding in the shrubberies. He's getting shot at. I don't think 10's enough. 10 is not enough. You are 3 shy? Question mark? Something like that. 2 shy? Ugh. Anything else?
No, I'll just end my turn there.
Alrighty. Andros. Oh, this big ass backpack's on your back. You can use a free action to just shrug it off if you'd like.
I will be doing that because I intended to drop half of those ranged weapons anyway. But I was an idiot and didn't, and we'll suffer the consequences. So I'm just gonna kind of like get right in there, right next to that guy.
Yeah.
And I need to do me some quick measurements real quick.
For sure.
Because
I will adjust
Like
you
a
just
Yeah,
for
that's-
28 waist,
There you go.
you know, 36 long.
That's unfortunate. Okay, never mind. We're just gonna fucking slap the guy. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, go for it. Slap away.
There is no discernible, like, emotion on Andros's face while he's doing this. He's just doing his job. So let's see how this goes.
You swing. Maybe you should
I
put a little
miss
emotion
horribly.
into it, dude.
It's just,
Say, the
it's
other
just, you know,
thing-
it's hard to get back into the swing of things. His arm's a
He's
little
just-
flaccid. He hasn't been using it enough.
He's got the bat. He's got the wings going on.
Yeah.
He's-
Hang on.
Acid.
Give me one time. Okay. Any bonus actions?
No, because nothing's in fucking range.
Oh, well.
Because he's flaccid.
You don't say, the flaccid man missed his flaccid strike. Which means he critically succeeded and then immediately crit failed, now that I think about it. Huh.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Alright, we know how you roll. It's all good. What do you do, Yonsei?
He's just like fanning himself. He's like, this is too much. I don't know. And he points at the one that attacked his dearest friends. And they're like, hurt my feelings! And the catch vicious mockery.
You cast vicious mockery and shout, "They're my friends"? Is that the mockery?
Yeah. You don't have any! You're done!
No one here actually loves you.
Oh,
No one here loves you.
You're not your
no.
best friend's friend.
They're all ashamed to have to bring you here.
Doing this one right here.
Okay, it will make a wisdom? Yes, a wisdom saving throw against your vicious mockery. It is unimpressed by the way you mocked it. Maybe it just doesn't understand the language barrier, or the
Get
intent didn't
jokes.
really come through.
I have actually a very healthy relationship with my friend.
We communicate
Yeah.
regularly.
We have a very strong relationship, and you will not doubt it.
How dare you. Glennis, your companions, they are setting the scene for you. They have readied and
They
primed
are.
this kill for you.
We
You're
all
bardically
have-
really
inspired.
want the prince
What
to
do
get his
you
moment.
do?
I flourish my blade, hearing the praises of my abilities ringing through my ears, bardically inspired. I give the most, like, elaborate sword technique that I know, that I have been taught. I'm flourishing, I'm showing off, and I'm trying to strike this man, like, with the back of the cutting edge of my blade around his neck.
He's doing the golden snake bite.
Exactly. I shouted out like an anime character. Golden snake bite.
No!
So that is a 10 in total if I use my inspiration. It does not work.
The golden snake bite isn't necessarily dodge so much as, like, just goes a little bit too short. Your strike is designed to hit a regular medium-sized creature, so it just kind of
Yeah.
strikes air and...
I whiff, and I realize that this looks embarrassing, and this makes Glynis upset. And you know what? Glynis is a quick son of a gun. So as a bonus action, he quickly sheathes his sword and then does a running knee strike, trying to hit the crotch of this creature to embarrass it as much as it has embarrassed him.
Alrighty,
Oh my God,
let's
you
see
gotta
it.
succeed
You got
this.
this. I believe in you.
You
The
hit!
bastard Gambit!
Clear!
And I deal 6 points of bludgeoning damage straight to the crotchal region.
You watch it keel over
That's the
slightly
baldy
as
shot.
you know, it was all a big lead up.
It
Disappointment.
was.
sheath.
It was. I was just
Yeah.
showing off. This was the real damage.
This thing was not expecting that at all. These goblins
How big
up
is his
here
dick?
are both asleep, so they aren't going to do anything. The one that had an arrow shot at it is going to quickly do what is known as the hide action. After scampering away, you know, messing around, taking a little bit of movement, and it will try to hide mid-combat.
Oh, we can't let anyone who saw the king miss survive.
Oh my god, it vanishes from your passive perception for a moment, and from its hidden position, we'll shoot at Andros of all people, mostly because he's the only guy within range, essentially, of his bow.
The flaccid man.
And you know, Andros, you're
man.
like, oh, he just darted away. Okay, I can focus all my attention on this dingleberry. That's gonna shoot you at advantage. With a 17 to hit.
It is not Andros's day, guys.
Very true. This goblin is not afraid at all. This goblin goes over here, grabs a rock, and immediately gets, like, within 7 feet of you, Andros, and hurls it at your head. I would like you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
I will fail it. So can we just say I fail it? And move on with our lives?
Yeah, sure, if you'd like
I mean,
to
I will
immediately
roll
get
it. Yourself.
donked on the head.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
I fail it.
You
Give me my
essentially
damage.
are suffering from the vicious mockery cantrip, where you will, instead of suffering 1d4, you'll just take 1 from the rock. Just get bonked on the head. If you had a helmet, it would dent just a tiny bit as a... And then you look at it and he's like... And you're like, what? And then the
You're
bugbear...
flaccid.
You know, he just got hit in the crotch, but also he knows tactically, man with big sword is like danger zone. He's gonna roll 1d2. 1 is to ignore the prince and slight his honor. But 2 is, kill the prince. Alright, he's gonna slight you, Prince. You hit him with the head, the nut shot.
How dare he?
You get ignored
You're scared.
despite
Get away,
almost
scared.
killing him with a kick to the groin. He's going to strike at Andros at disadvantage for multiple reasons. And miss.
He will still hit. No, the first person.
Two
to
must
hit me. Hey.
Okay, the last goblin up here will be like, why'd you guys stop? And go and like shake his friend away. Like, what the hell? And this guy will miss out on his turn as Aleva. What do you do?
I have a choice, okay? We all understand that I have a choice to make. And I think I will choose not to steal a kill, and I'm going to, and I'm gonna go after the little rock fucker over there. Just with
The
a basic
little
attack.
rock fucker. Oh, you
19?
shoot him. Oh, you kill him. Immediately.
Hell yeah!
He was not afraid
Nice.
for very
Thanks.
long.
And I want our glorious king to score that final hit. So take another Verga inspiration.
Oh, nice.
All right, Snefru, you see what Eluva did. Are you about to lose a point of loyalty by stealing the kill from that?
Oh, I would never. I would never steal a kill from my liege. I'm going to get closer, just to kind of back them up, right behind them.
Oh,
And do I see one of the goblins within 60 feet?
any goblin that you can see on the token layer, you can see. So
Perfect.
all of them are within 60 feet of you.
Perfect. The closest one, I'll try to frostbite.
Okay. I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Do I see more than 2 of them near each other?
Yes.
I would like to cast the first level spell Grease.
Okay. What does grease do? Please post it. Slick
And
grease
now I'm
covers
just
the ground
picturing
in a
the-
10-foot square. You will definitely strike them both. When the grease appears, each creature must succeed on a dex save or fall prone. They will make dex saves. Wah, wah. One pass, one fail. The guy who woke up his prone friend, who is still prone already, falls over. Oh, now you cover them in grease, Snapper.
There's just grease and snow mixing, like, in a
They're
disgusting.
just not having a good day.
I think Andros turns his focus from combat for a minute to look at Yancy and laugh. But no, not for you.
Okay.
And turn around.
Snefru, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah. Felix, you are still in the back. You can drop your bags as a free action to get rid of some of the extra weight that is encumbering you right now.
You know what? Yeah, I'll do that.
Hell yeah.
Which would leave me with Yep. Just enough to come and see the great ending of this beast right next to my legion. Absolutely not take the kill. But I will, however. So, which one is prone? Is it? Are they both prone?
Everyone up there is currently
Yes, where
prone,
you're
for
pinging.
sure.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Everyone is up there prone, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think they're a problem right now. However, could I shoot this one right there? Could I
Okay.
shoot him, or would the bugbear would be in the way?
The bugbear is definitely in the way, for sure. He is a size large creature, and this
Okay.
guy is essentially behind full cover.
Okay. So it's like a disadvantage, I suppose.
Full cover means I think
Oh.
it has like +5 to its AC
Oh, no.
or something.
Full, you meant? Oh, sorry. Okay. In that case, oh no, I used my I already used my bonus action. Well, I guess I'll just write anyway.
Okay.
No, you know what? I will just ready my action, if I can, which would be to cut down to attack the hobgoblin. Should he attack the Glennis?
Ooh, okay.
You will attack him should he
So you got
make an attack action, or...
no. Should he make an attack action? Like not that he succeeds, but more that
Okay.
he tries to.
Cool. Gotcha.
I'm counting on you to land the final kill on your turn. But I am not
Alrighty.
risking your life for your honor.
Good old Andros, it's up to you. Everyone else is like, we're gonna feed the kill to our liege, our prince, but you're a rugged level 4 paladin of conquest. What do you do?
I think I swallow my pride, and I have a question for you.
Okay.
Is there any world in which I get here, or do I have to wait until the bugbear's dead?
You cannot move through an enemy opponent's space. You can move through your allies at difficult terrain, so at half speed. So essentially, moving through your friends would be like 20 movement right here.
So it would get me like there-ish.
So this is 10, this is 20, this is 30, we'll say. So maybe an extra 5. No, this would be 5 after that. So this would be 25.
Unfortunate.
You would be
So
here at 30.
Instead, is there a world in which I can choose to attack it non-lethally to attempt to get it, like, kneeling?
You can attack it non-lethally, for sure.
Okay, let's see if this even remotely works.
So,
Who else
just
would
as a
tell that?
reminder, you are still under the... Okay, it doesn't matter. You swing your greatsword. I don't know how you're blessed. Did I miss out on a spell being cast?
You didn't, and it shouldn't be there.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, the 9 is going to miss the bugbear, who is essentially artful dodging to save his life at this point. And has, like, 2 more things to
That's
get
fine.
through. This guy has entered, like, the Street Fighter, like, last 10% of his life pool and is, like, trying to one-shot someone. And he's just a bit too quick on his feet, despite his large girth and size. Any bonus actions? Any movement?
Fuck it. Yeah, I'm just gonna move my. Just gonna move to where the 15 was.
Alright, cool. I will go ahead and do that for you.
Thank you. That is much appreciated.
You're very welcome. Alrighty, Yonsei.
Yonsei in the house. So, a question. Is this one over here hiding? Or no?
If you can see them, they are not hidden.
Okay, great. Then Yonsei, trusting, best bud, Glenny.
This is gonna suck
Handle
really
things.
bad if the prince does not kill it.
Yeah, there's a lot hyping on you.
There's,
I
like-
don't think Bardic Inspiration stacks.
If he doesn't
It
kill
does-
it,
I don't think
will.
so.
It does not. So Yonsei's gonna be helpful and run over here, which I pre-measured, just so I can just barely reach this motherfucker. Oh god, maybe I don't reach him. Maybe I don't.
Just
Step on the
wa-
ice.
wade into the water a little.
Step
bit.
on the
Oh,
ice.
like go right there.
Alright, you're
Step on the
close
ice.
enough.
Like,
You're within range.
Castle my fist is mine. Just like yelling across like this ice bomb.
What? The goblin says in perfect common.
Hey, you look like a fucking little bitch.
Roll your damage.
What's
Why
the
are you so
name?
short?
It
It's
fails.
awesome.
It's
The
Vigil.
one
What's the
bilingual
nigga?
goblin is just
Calcium
devastated.
deficiency, motherfucker.
That is
Please
sick.
roll 1d4
Passes.
for psychic damage, as it apparently understands you and understands the insults as well. Alright, you bring it down to
Heck
5. Glennis!
You fuck.
Come on, guys.
All right, I step forward to like reacquaint myself with the creature's threatened area, and I pull out my blade and, in a flourish, attempt to take its head on my own. That
You
is a
do.
20 on the dice.
The thematic
Um,
scene.
Please
paid off.
describe as you decapitate this creature what Glennis does.
Oh, I think I was like too flashy and showy the first time, and so I think this is like a very like you can see the like, okay, hold your arm like this, down one motion, like it's like a very practiced looking like swing, but it takes the creature's head all the same as it
You-
like rolls onto the bushes next to me.
You can do it. Do it great.
Your decapitated bugbear keels over. Its body, large and tall. You almost had to, like, jump up a little to slice it with how tall its neck was. But sure enough, it collapses. And with its death, the goblins that are conscious and capable of running will try to do so. This one in the very back will... They're going to ignore their sleeping friend as well, just straight up abandon them. The one who is on... They're already prone on the grease. Can they just crawl out? Or...
It's difficult terrain, so yeah, they can crawl out.
Okay, they crawl out of the grease. 5, 10 turns to 20. And since they're at half movement, that's there. So they spend their entire movement this turn getting up and out, essentially. And will... Mechanically, they stand up after they've spent their movement as a dash action? How does that work? I guess they can move 15 extra feet away, but that's about it. Spending 60 feet of movement to move 15 feet. This one is straight up booking it down the road. Like, screw this. You're in full, perfect common. The guy who could explain things is getting away, guys.
Fuck you!
Shout after him, fuck you. That is all the goblins' turn, because this other guy's knocked out for 8 more turns. Are we chasing, or what's the deal?
How far away is town? Because you
Uh,
mentioned we're not expected back until like February.
yeah, it's days. Well, at this point, like a day and 3/4 away from you.
But the camp is
Okay.
quite close.
The camp is close, yeah.
So significantly less than 7 days.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just thinking if it's,
All
I
right,
don't
you're
think I can
thinking
even
so
get in
far
range of
ahead,
this
I'm
guy.
not sure if you need a turn here. You're like planning out the next week of rest.
I was just thinking
got
if
her
it's
book
worth
out, her
spending
calendar.
another
This is
spell
how
character.
Eleva becomes spy master. She's a step ahead.
Jeez, days.
You know what? I think that with her nature as a spy master, she wants to get that information, so I will spend a second spell slot. Let's see if I can get it that close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The spell is 90 feet, but it has an additional 20 feet of radius. So I cast it here, and a 20 feet of radius clips it. It's another sleep spell.
You will clip it as you get the sleep spell off. Now, I doubt you will roll 5. No, even if you roll 5 ones, it will fall unconscious. Okay.
Well, this could be one of the ones that has a... No, there you go.
Okay.
This
The
could have
guy
been the
who is
21 hit point goblin.
yeah, you have plenty of cover here to make sure this guy falls over unconscious. The other 2 that are running, Felix, do you wish to take a shot at them, potentially losing a crossbow in the forest, or a crossbow bolt?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna throw the crossbow. Fuck you!
Does a crossbow count as an improvised ranged weapon?
You know, strangely, it does.
Improvised.
Honestly, I don't think I'll shoot. We need to leave survivors so they can tell the tale.
True. How best to get your reputation out with the monster community, other than let some of them run?
Right?
Andros, what about you, Mr. Conqueror?
Well, I am not letting
Oh.
people get away. That is unquestionable. So I'm gonna go about there.
Just so you know, the grease is like
let's
in
see.
a 10-foot square, like so.
Oh, sweet. So I was gonna get slightly beneath that anyway.
Yep.
Cool. That guy's still like prone or asleep. Which one
He's
is
fully asleep.
it? Okay. So
you wanna
gonna
kill
kinda
him, we
ignore
can
that
just
shit
sort
for a
of-
second.
I'm so sorry. Go
Oh
for it.
well, I mean, I would love to. Okay, so you motherfucker, you little bitch. Fuck
The
you.
2.5-foot square strikes
You don't have to do
again.
that.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Absolutely fuck it. I'm going to do this because I don't care. I need to read something real quick. Sweet.
Okay.
I'm gonna link something.
Yeah, let's see it. As you vaguely
No,
threaten
no.
me, the dungeon master, you are going to cast command.
Man, what the?
Okay.
Kill the one that's sleeping.
No, he's asleep, and even if he does try and run, he gets a fucking attack of opportunity. He will die eventually. The one that's furthest away needs to stop.
All right, you will throw your command spell, telling him to stop. However, this goblin has only a 1 in 3 chance of knowing your language. Pick a number between 1 and 3.
2.
Isn't this the goblin that yelled in common perfectly as it ran away?
No, you've already
No, this
slept
is-
that one. This one is
No,
over
this is
here.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that one is
I was
good.
not
to-
aware that it needed to. I wasn't aware that it needed to understand me.
If it doesn't understand your language, or if the command is directly harmful to it, it will not have any effect.
I just didn't read. That's fine.
Heads
I have
fine,
3 of
you
those
know?
anyway.
Next turn, I mean, you already have a prisoner to execute in whatever way you want, essentially, with this other guy.
Oh, it's more just that like I, as a person, and Andros don't want them to go tell the rest of them.
Well, it's a little late for that one. Yonsei, any final actions
All
as
right.
this combat is dissolving?
Great combat, everyone. Perfect. Amazing. No notes. Bugbear, I think it's going on the banner. Keely, what you think?
Draw a mustache on the sleeping one.
Oh!
Yonsei dashes 120
Me
feet
too.
in 6 seconds with a marker.
You should just get on your knees and power slide through the ice. Just
Right? How far can Yonsei go? This one's dead. Can I go across the ice, or is that too dangerous?
The
Oh,
ice
yeah, the
could
mustache
pose a
on the-
threat, for sure.
Oh no. Alright.
It's not even the
Yoncei's
hard
not gonna die
ice,
in
it's like the
ice. Not
slush
today.
ice.
Oh, it's the bad ice.
It's the super bad ice.
Ooh, free snow cone.
Okay, that's as far as I
Yeah.
can.
That's what we call it. Glynis, you are the last to act before this combat dissolves itself and we exit initiative. What would you like to do?
I think that I have no further actions in the combat. My action would be to start investigating the tents and the
Okay.
trunk and the things, but we don't need to be in initiative for that.
We sure
I just killed the guy at my feet.
based.
Yeah, I think you do.
Andros slays
I'll
the
go-
sleeping one. The other two dash off 60 feet and off the map entirely. If you have any spells that you wish to cast that go beyond the distance of wherever your token currently is or could move, we can keep going, but Felix has no desire to shoot after them. I'm not sure if Snefru wishes to cast more spells. Party?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'd like to cast Tsunami.
Yeah. Eleva, you will undoubtedly go to the sleeping one and begin to restrict its movement somehow. Does anyone have
Oh,
rope?
yeah.
I do, actually, and I would love for someone to fucking use it.
I will gladly take the rope.
Yeah.
I
Tie
threw
the-
away
Can
the
I
rope
draw a
that came
face
with
on
my
it while
character.
we're tying him up?
Sweet. Take that fucking rope. Also, I have a question, oh wise and powerful DM.
Oh yeah.
Is there a homebrew rule or am I forgetting something about gritty realism that changes the way encumbrance works?
No, we're using
We're
variant
using
weight.
variants, I think.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Because I was
On
the
looking
looking at
Google
it and I was like,
document.
I shouldn't be encumbered. I know I don't have access to the Google document right now.
that's
so
fair. What
I'm
I
running
have
off
done
memory.
on your character sheet is I went into the cogwheel and under weight I chose variant for everyone. It should have done
Okay.
it automatically, but for some reason new characters don't. So check your encumbrance, people. See how strong you wish you were as you realize tents weigh 20 pounds. Party, you look at this scraggly campground, this, small little fireplace, but you see that this fire is too small to be cooking anything. There is no animals or rations on it. This is a fire designed to fire tip arrows to make them harder and to punch through skin rather than anything else, really. You're surprised the
Yep.
little wooden shafts got through your leather armor and through the splint mail where you two, Felix and Andros, were struck. But everyone else, your lighter armored companions, are luckily not punctured by these insidious little wooden
Or
stakes.
injured.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
do
Johnson's,
think
drawing a little face on the one that we've got captured, just putting some rouge on there.
You're putting makeup on a
just
goblin?
lighting them up. Yeah, exactly. Crouched
Okay.
over his face.
Well,
Andros
Andros
does ask, are we camping here, moving on, or what are we doing?
I would like to investigate this area a little bit, see if this is where our tools are, if they're partially here. There seems to be a bit of a wagon mess. this might be part of our stop here. I want to ascertain the inventory of this situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Snapper will
Andros just
start
I-
flying over
Starts
the
piling
wagon.
bodies and asking what the prince wanted as trophies. Heads or hands.
Oh, I
are you
fear
so
that
gross,
the trophy
Rossi?
of a mere goblinoid beneath me, but please, take as many knuckles as you feel free.
Yeah, why are you
See.
offensing the prince right now?
He wanted
Combat has
trophies.
startled me.
I do have an
What do you think?
idea if you might like it.
I always love
We could
ideas.
we could try to bring the goblin back into town. Show the townsfolk how these goblin folks fear you.
We could.
I think the
don't
message would be
do-
best served with having it dead dragged behind us.
I
Oh,
do
we have
wish-
plenty of them. We have plenty of corpses if you want a dead one dragged behind us.
Oh no, sorry, I misspoke. Drag it behind us while it's still alive. But barely.
You guys are really gross.
We could just ask it a couple questions.
Oh no, we're
Yeah,
going
Thank
to.
you,
That-
Sneffy.
that-
That would be a great
That's
idea, I
Great
guess.
ideas all around.
You know,
That goes
my,
without saying, and I
my
just kind of pick it.
sageful court wizard and mistress of shadows and whispers, please do ascertain as much info as you can from the goblin. I'm going to start taking inventory here because my main mission is to retrieve the tools and missing items from the camp. Perhaps they may even be here. And I
Andros
like
sort of
start doing exactly
Andros,
that.
chill.
I just like start tearing open wooden crates and canvas, see what's here.
Well,
Yeah.
while the prince is busy, I'm gonna be honest with you guys and say that neither of you are very good at talking to folks. You're both unappealing to like conversation. So I'm gonna, just volunteer my services as someone that can be polite in general company.
Well, I can assist. It'll take me a few minutes, but I can cast comprehend languages as a
It's
ritual.
True. But Snappy,
I-
you're so small. I'm worried that the goblin is just not gonna find you intimidating
I think
enough
I
to
can.
answer your
I think I
question.
can target someone else besides myself on that.
What do you recall? I grabbed this one because it could speak our language in the first place.
No, I can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah,
goblin mutters
this is
out
the one
real
that I
quick.
insulted. I called them a little bitch, and they answered back. They said something that was unimportant, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, I didn't.
and
Well,
then
good
ran
morning,
away.
little goblin.
Oh. The goblin begins to quietly talk and butt into the conversation you're having. You want to let me go? That's what you want to
Bro,
do?
you're awake!
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
Good morning, little goblin. We can see that
you're
you're
definitely awake. You're definitely awake.
His eyes shift left and right. Nuh-uh.
Your eyes are open.
No, they're not.
awake. Little goblin, we have some questions for
Why
you.
are you patronizing, little goblin?
Are you gonna kill me?
Is your name Little Goblin?
No,
What's
What
your
is
name?
your name?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Can I make up a name for you?
No.
My name's Yancy. I can call you Yan Yan. We can be like bros.
No.
Oh, well, alright. Well, you gotta give me options here, buddy. Like, I can't start a conversation if I don't know your name. I mean, I guess I could just talk at you. I can do that. I'm really good at that.
If it serves any help for the interrogation, I'm just slowly dragging the bodies just into a pile while directly looking at the goblin.
Just don't pay attention then. Don't pay attention to him. Me and you, buds. Alright, are you hungry? Would you like some food?
Yeah.
Give him a little bit of my rations.
Yeah, you feed it a
look
ration, which it
beautiful.
will slowly bite and slowly chew. I know we have a time crunch here. So I want to ask you, Seth, who is, I believe, is driving to the airport soon. How good on time are you?
Actually, I gotta go.
You gotta go now? Alright,
Yeah,
why don't we
that's what I was
take a
trying
quick
to-
break?
Earlier, I was like, yeah, just make me a guard or something, and I gotta go.
I got you.
Yeah.
Have
Don't
a
miss your
safe
flight.
flight. We will see you next
Very
week, dude. Let's go on a quick
Have a
break,
safe
guys.
flight.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for your patience so much. Seth had to go. He was in the United Kingdom and is now flying back home to the States. We wish him well. Hope he gets back here so that we can finally get the launch codes that he has been holding back on us. However, you guys are... Half of you are essentially interrogating a goblin. Andros has gone on guard duty as he so desperately wishes to look important. Perhaps he's even taking just a few trophies on your behalf in case you want them, but could discreetly throw them away in the forest somewhere if it turns out that you don't. We will try to not play his character while he is not here. We have Felix going to scare the goblin with a head, which leaves essentially just Glynis here to inspect this camp. And I would like to focus on that scene because I feel it might be a little quicker than the interrogating the goblin. So Glynis,
Okay.
what do you do to investigate this camp?
Well, I see that there are 2 tents set up. I'm gonna poke my head inside and see what's in there. Maybe there's storage or, treasures taken by the goblins, or I want to see what it is.
Yeah, you see that these tents were poorly maintained and then poorly set up. Most of them have been ripped, intentionally torn. And you quickly understand why as you look at an abandoned short bow whose string/thread was made with the inner rope that holds up a tent's canvas. You can't help but feel that these short bows were wonky, ad hoc, and likely only good for a single combat anyway. And it just so happened to be you guys to face off against these poorly crafted items of war.
This makes me think that they are arming themselves, which lends credence to the stolen iron. If there's nothing else inside of the tents themselves, I want to confirm that the broken cart is the cart that we've been following from camp. Like, is this the stolen cart?
It is. As you go to the
is there
crates... Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, as I inspect the cart, is there anything on it? Is it just picked clean? What else is there?
The cart that was containing these crates and boxes of tools is present. You find many a wood saw, many a hatchet that are designed to fell trees, not be used even as improvised weapons, really. These aren't great felling axes of yore. These are quite literally chop a triangle into a tree so that you can make it fall a certain controlled direction and then saw it from there. So we call them hatchets, but they're not even like ones your characters would use to like deal 1d6 damage, right?
Okay, so these were the hatchets and things and saws from the camp. Are there crates that are still in usable condition, or are they all broken and smashed?
The crates themselves are smashed almost out of what you can only assume is boredom and self-sabotage, as if they were done with them immediately. You also find those metal pipes to the wood stoves. They have been bent down, essentially wrapped around sticks to form maces of some kind. In the hands of a giant like the bugbear, they would have acted as clubs or great clubs. But,
Is there anything else of note inside the smashed contents of the crates?
Give me a perception or investigation check, your choice.
Yes, sir. I shall choose perception, as I am better at it. That is a 24.
It is a 24 and also a natural 20. As you go through the crate of tools, at the very bottom, you will find the interior crest of the noble who commissioned these boxes, as well as the shipment of, not arms, tools to this area. Give me just 1 second to pull that up. Where are you, bro? I know you exist. I don't have it on here. I'm such a fool. Give me 1 second. As you stare at this logo, though, I suppose you wouldn't be totally surprised by the fact that this is the crest that you immediately identify as the Lord of Agriculture of your domain, or the Minister of Agriculture. It is the crest of the... Not Gunner, not Varsh. Where are you, nerd? Bryce Bronson. That son of a bitch. Ugh. You look at his crest, which is a autumn sun on a field of, well, wood right now, but normally on a field of gold.
Mm-hmm. And that's probably usual, right? Like, he commissioned these boxes, and like that's what like tools come from the Ministry of Agriculture for these projects, right? It's not out of the norm.
It's not out of the norm, but it is weird that he is personally involved in it.
Interesting.
Normally, this is like he tells someone else to do this, but the fact that he oversaw it personally is kind of weird. So he's either incredibly enthusiastic about this project, or, you know, he was found substandard employment and just oversaw it himself.
Okay. Thank you. I think I will take the crest, and knowing that my 2 crest experts are busy interrogating people, I will wait for Snurf and Aluva to be done so that we can discuss potentially what that might mean.
Yeah, for sure. We jump to the Goblin. Felix, I'm gonna focus on you, actually. Do you take this bugbear's head to use it as, like, an intimidation tactic?
Yeah, sure. I'll just put it right there on a nearby rock, or maybe just above the pile of bodies, and just turn it to the goblin, like as if it was looking at the goblin.
Yeah. While going to pick up the head, that... I wanted to call him Greg so badly. Glynis sort of decapitated and then pushed with his sword closer towards this lake. You will see the back of the bugbear, having fallen forward and slumped down. In his back, there is an arrow. And you shot him in the chest, and was the only person to shoot him in the chest. It's, you know, broken. It's not, like, fully there, but, like, there's clearly a wooden stick put into his back muscles.
I'll try to pick it out.
Yeah, you rip it out. You don't care about this guy's pain or if he lives or dies. He's already dead. You pull it free, and it's metal-tipped. It's been, well, a crafted arrow. I suppose it would be a broadhead.
Yeah, as in not improvised, kind of like the kind that
No, not at all.
that they threw at me.
Someone,
Yeah, that one is a manufactured.
someone hand forged this.
Yeah. Interesting.
And now that you're thinking about it, like, you guys essentially hit this guy 3 times, and bugbears are known for their durability of all the goblins. This guy was kind of a pushover. He got hit in the nutsack and then shot in the chest, and that, you know, decapitated as a finishing blow. That wasn't, like, the greatest of bugbear fights you've heard of.
It is the greatest bugbear fight I've ever had.
But they say Yonce's like, wow, that was tough.
It's the greatest bugbear fight you had yet. Well, I guess I'll just rip off the arrow, and quietly get back to the other, not trying to disrupt the interrogation, but clearly showing the arrow to the other.
Yeah, the prince will likely see this
If-
first, followed by Snefru.
Yeah,
and-
I think that's interesting. Perhaps we're not the only ones hunting these bugbears. We'd best be on the lookout for potential allies or worse.
Yeah, I'm.
If Snefru sees that, can he go over and try to tell if the wound had healed before? Like if this is an old arrow from like
Are you
weeks, days, months.
Are you medicine proficient?
I don't. Let me check. I don't think I am.
I'm just gonna raise the DC. You're gonna make the check no matter what. I just want to see if you
I'm
know
not.
how long it would take for an arrow wound to heal, which I assume would be a proficiency thing.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay. If you wish to make that medicine check for me, we will see how high you roll. The higher, obviously, the better.
I don't know why it says blessed.
It's probably a global modifier that was added to your character sheet. I can turn that off. for you.
I see it. I just
Yeah.
turned it off.
You're good.
17.
A 17 is rather high, and you are an intelligent guy. You're not a trained physician, nor have you studied this, honestly, but, you know, it's not actively bleeding. It has kind of scarred up. You don't know the regeneration capability of a bugbear exactly, but it's not infected either, and you know that if a wound like this lingers and stays just in a person's body, it would lead to an infection. So, clearly recent, but maybe the physiology of the bugbear is putting it off from suffering disease or damage from it still.
Fascinating. Seems to be healed slightly.
If you want like a window, it happened
shaman,
from like
perhaps?
1 to 7 days from here.
Okay.
Perhaps our little friend over here might give us more informations about
Yeah,
that.
little
I'm not going
friend.
to tell you anything.
I gave you food. I complimented you. All right. Is there anything else you would need from me to be more accessible to a conversation? I can turn you over to these guys. They'll hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you though.
Yeah,
I'm a peaceful
Kill
person.
me. Do what you gotta do. It's
you
an
okay?
eat or be eaten world.
Do you have problems?
Are you? Do you need help?
Yeah, untie me.
Do you miss your mom? Do you
What's
want?
a mom?
Do you want a hug?
Oh, I know what my mom is. Yeah. Bring back my mom.
All right. Okay. Is this goblin? Is this normal goblin behavior that I would know about, or is there?
You've
clearly-
never
this is
interrogated a
little dumb.
goblin before? What? I mean,
This is a little
assumedly,
dim.
yeah.
I mean, no, but Yonsei doesn't know anything, so fair enough. Goblin, are you? Okay. Do you just roll you into the ice? Is that threatening enough? Is that
Yeah,
what you
kill
use?
me.
Is that how threatening is that?
Let me contract hypothermia and die.
Little goblin, we're not going to kill you.
I don't want to now, just to see what happens.
Come on, do it. Coward, you
You can
won't.
like blow up if we kill you, or is there like a bomb?
You ain't got
inside?
nothing on me. You untie these
I
ropes,
think
I'll
it
kill
would
you
be-
instead.
I think it'd be prudent to give him a bath. He smells.
I don't smell, you smell. You got the stink of smoke on you. You're
I like
gross.
this goblin. She's funny. Who taught you this common?
I learned it on my own.
I don't know. You seem kind of
Uh,
dumb.
How come?
So I can better
Have you
understand
met
my
a lot
enemies.
of? He's smart. He's a smart
Understand
one.
when I insult you? Is that it?
Fuck you. He says.
Were you the one who figured out how to forge his arrows too?
Well, you shoot your friend in the back, Howard.
I would never shoot my friends in the back. That's what you guys do. We live honest lives, unlike you civilized barbarians. He doesn't seem to understand the oxymoron in that statement.
Yeah. So we let him keep thinking that. You know what? You're right. We're super barbaric. We're terrible. We're horrible. Can you educate me? Can you help me?
Yeah. Untie me first.
Why don't you tell me about your way of life? Like, why is it so cool?
Because we live in the wild. There's no future. There's no past. There's just the present.
Dang. That's deep, dude.
Yeah,
You're smart.
I am. Smarter than you guys.
Yeah.
If I
you
was so
are.
dumb,
Oh
you
my
would have
gosh,
killed me.
You got a bugbear for a buddy? That's hella smart. How'd you get a
Had.
bugbear?
Had the bugbear.
Be nice, all right? He's grieving.
But Felix is right.
Oh.
Had a bugbear is more accurate.
Listen. Did someone shoot your buddy in the back?
Yeah.
Was it people like civilized barbarians like us?
Yeah.
Or was it someone else in the woods? Ah, those assholes. Where were they?
That way. He
You really roll in that
he
direction?
doesn't have his hands free. He shifts slightly north. That way, where I was running. It took over.
Is Yonsei like does he understand orientation enough to get a general idea of where he was gesturing with his bound body?
Yonsei, you pick up the goblin and start spinning him to find out what direction.
Yeah, I was like,
Just tell me when to
stop.
stop. Yeah, right there. Stay on.
Okay. Yeah. Right
Now
here?
put me down and kill me.
Okay, the goblin guy
Says
says that there were civilized barbarians in that area that killed his bugbear friend.
You watch
Or
this
tried to kill his
torture,
bugbear friend. Did you
Glynis.
steal from them?
Is this behavior
Did we
you
get more
find
information,
commendable?
or-
I look at him in the eyes as he stops shaking for a moment, and I say, "My friend, there are many worse fates than death. Have you heard of a job? You're about to have one."
No, anything but that. Jobs are for the civilized folk. I don't want one. Kill me.
Gonna get to 9 to 5.
Our new tracker. Here's the thing. You will work for me, for free, until some time that I see fit to release you from servitude for crimes against the crown. And you will continue to work day and night until your tortured soul finally
Purely
breaks.
barbaric.
Or,
You'll be employed.
Or there's an or. Oh my
well,
God.
you'll be in indentured servitude. It's similar. Would you care to share with us how long ago you've met these civilized barbarians in the woods? Why you have taken our iron tools, and where the rest of your mates are?
And then maybe we'll release you back until
These
you're
conditions,
free.
I'm not
I
gonna
will
lie,
free you from
Chief.
your servitude.
Look. Let me talk for a sec. Chief. Chief. You're the chief, right?
I hold him in front of him.
Indeed.
Eye
Yeah.
contact.
Let's talk. Let's cut the shit. All right, let's cut the shit, you and me. All right, I'm the chief now because I'm, the only one left of my tribe, my people. The other two, they died. They ran away, cowards. Unlike me,
Indeed.
who fell heroically in combat. He stays as if he wasn't running before he got caught.
You were heroic. You're right. That was super heroic of you. You even talked back to me.
Yeah.
Brave.
Look,
Petit Marit.
I don't know where the other two went because they fucked off. And I'm not gonna lie, you talked a lot of words, and this is my second language. So, can you repeat the first two demands you had of me before throwing me into this fucking ice pit and killing me?
Oh, no. You misunderstand. We won't throw you in the ice pit. We'll work you to the bone. Endlessly, day after day, with no hope for your own self-worth or freedom. Just
You'll have
the
to eat meat
unending
next
grind of capitalism. Now, that's out of the way. I have 3 demands. You meet them, and I'll free you from that fate. I will give you the death that you wish. A much
Okay.
freer and better state.
You've sold me. Just do it
Sure.
one at a time.
First demand.
Number 1.
Where And how many of these people that shot your friend?
There's
Tell us who
at
the
least
guy you're friends.
5. Where we used to set
At
up
least 5.
for winter.
Very good.
He
And
just
that is
pointed
that
in that
direction.
He looks at Yonsei's hand, who gets a little bit too close to the neck, and he's gonna bite your hand. What's your AC, Yanni?
Yanni's AC is 14.
All right.
They are...
He's gonna fail, but
No, it's
he's gonna
11,
get
I'm sorry.
real close to just
It's
ripping
11.
off your index finger with his fang teeth. You drop him on the ground. You try to rip it out of your hand out of the way and just lose support of that side of his body. Ow!
I need
There's
that.
at least
That's a
5
royal
that
thing.
way!
Alright.
He just yells now from the ground.
Can I like grab him by like the scruff of his neck and drag him into the the ashy fire pit? Because he insulted us for smelling like ash.
Yeah, you torture this goblin by throwing ash in his face.
He was complying. This is why your name is evil.
I believe the prince had a second demand
Get
of this
2 more. He only got
Or-
through 1.
monster.
Who taught you or asked you to take our tools, our iron, and repurpose them?
My chief! It's in my eyes! Get it out of my eyes!
And where is that chief now?
He's fucking dead! You cut his head off!
Are
The bugbear was the chief.
Well, you know what?
That
I
makes
did
sense.
say I only had 3 demands. This is fair. Would you wish for a swift death or a bath?
Either! Just kill me!
Either.
Fuck him nice.
My
Okay.
liege, might I recommend an execution?
An execution instead? Is a bath in the ice not enough?
I think it's enough. I think it's a great idea. I don't think we need an execute guy. We're just saying.
I mean,
It's
we take him back to town and assure the people that they are safe. Show them that the goblins who
to make an
who hunt
example
down.
of him.
Yes, show the people of the goblins who have been hunting us down and stealing our things.
I feel
Haven't
bringing
dealt
the
with.
bugbear is gonna look cooler than bringing this little.
My
goblin
only
guy who
concern,
pops back
however,
and
is that
now
we
big.
have more of a job to do. We must track down these 5 individuals that fought the bugbear, understand their purpose, and there's more than just this tribe out here, I am certain. We will likely have to find the true culprit behind stealing the weapons. Do we have time to carry this thing with us until we return?
Also, try to bite my fingers. These are royal fingers. They're important.
Perhaps we might dispose of him, and on our way back to the town, we'll probably just run into more of these goblins.
Still think the bugbear is cooler to bring back. Look how big it is. It's
do
got
you
big
wish?
nuts.
Do you wish to drag? Do you wish to drag the bugbear?
Felix, you're beginning to
Well,
understand
Rossi's not doing
arguing with
anything.
a
That's
fool,
gonna
there
be
is no way you win, right? It wants you to
Well,
argue.
then I suggest. I suggest then that we take the head back as a trophy,
Oh.
and the creature here is not worth our time. We have more to do in these woods, and I would hate to have to carry it around with us, being a burden on our own party's success.
Yeah, and it's roots.
Is that not
Alright.
funny though? This? I thought that was your thing.
No, it's funny if it's happening to other people, but you threaten my fingers. These are
I see.
important.
I think
And
the
I'm
worst,
the evil
These
one.
fingers are 37th in the line.
I think the worst thing you can do to such a civilized wildling is to make it have a bath.
Oh, damn.
So
Damn it.
I vote that you throw
We're
it in the
spending
lake.
a lot of time deciding how to kill one goblin.
I have
I mean,
decided.
he's on the
After a
city.
consultation, it shall have an icy bath.
My prince, as always, you have the best ideas.
The prince
Felix,
demands.
you are the judicial champion. By all matters of law, it is up to you to hurl this goblin in any way you see fit into the icy, slushy water below.
Don't miss.
Well, I'll just grab the goblin by the collar.
Be flaccid, ballsy.
I'll just drag him to the ice.
Yeah.
There's probably just a rock nearby, just something that you'll just throw into the. No, but it's just to break the ice, because that would be just ridiculous. Just throw it and just boom.
You make the motions with the goblin. Just boom.
Yeah. I'm just throwing a rock in there, holding the goblin above the water and just saying, as the official executioner of His Highness, I will allow you one final word, goblin.
Fuck.
Great choice.
Great
You
choice.
drop him
I wrote
in
that
the
one down.
ice. The goblin will go through quite a terrible death, in all honesty. This is very brutal, and all of you will kind of watch this occur as the thing dies of drowning, splashing. You know, I don't even know if I want to describe it, because I feel immense empathy
you don't
for
have
this
to.
goblin now that I voiced him for like 15 minutes.
Are you satisfied, my liege?
Indeed. Very much so.
Snefru clocks how long it takes for the goblin to die.
Is there a reason you asked for so gruesome a death, my liege?
Like 3 minutes.
The reasoning, quite simply, is I was influenced by the bath comet, and it quite tickled my fancy. Perhaps I would do better to think about the brutality of my requests in the future.
No, Gilly, it was
You
a
bring
great
up a good
joke.
point.
I wrote it down. I'm gonna write a story about it. You know, next time we have to talk about your accolades or something to someone, I'll bring that one up. You know, giving the stinky monster a bath. Great.
Consider this a
Consequences
learning
to their
option.
actions. Don't be stinky.
You are going to be a king, my liege to be. And as such, your fancies will have consequences for many, many more people.
Why so judgy?
A lesson to be learned,
I'm
indeed.
not even from here.
Perhaps that is why I am judgy.
Yeah, I'm heretic.
Hey, that's a religious claim,
Just
and those are
dead
very
serious.
serious claims. You calm down there, fool. The gods are listening. They're watching and judging you.
Yeah, no, Yansu's having a great time.
Once it's all done, I'll just turn to the pile of bodies. I'll turn to I'll turn to sniff through and just say, well, on a happier note, I guess we were both right. There were big goblins and a lot of goblins.
Yeah?
Are they big?
Are
Well, there
you
was
guys
one
going
really
to
big.
camp here
That's
or
kinda big.
return to the shacks before nightfall? Do you...
Or are we gonna go in
I think
that
that
direction?
I would leave it to my more experienced adventurers to voice a dissenting opinion. But I'm of the opinion that backtracking seems like a waste of time, and we are not entirely on a time-sensitive mission, but we do want to make this quick. So that I would either camp here or camp further on. Perhaps this is a good place to camp, just because there's a fire and tents, even if they're shitty. But if my more worldly adventures are like, no, we gotta go back to like the proper bed, then like, you know.
The only
Like so.
reason you would want to backtrack is if the weather turns. It is still winter. It's the middle of January, essentially. Or the first third. If a sudden blizzard comes in here and you have inadequate shelter, you know, no one wants to wake up in the middle of a blizzard, then march 2 hours in through the night to get to, like, actual shelter. and then not have working wooden stoves as well.
That seems like a good reason enough to backtrack, and we'll use that as kind of a forward outpost and range from there in the rest of our quest. I would like to request that we pack up as much of the tools and items as we can carry on our way back, so that we can store them at the main camp, and we don't have to worry about coming back and retrieving these if possible.
Yeah.
Indeed.
You guys.
We should prioritize the exhaust pipes. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Great. Picking up these pipes, you remember that there were 2 beds per house, or pallets really, more so than beds. However, in theory, all of you can just pack into one in an emergency, or split it down the middle and go 3 for 3 on each one and just be a little bit cramped. So at minimum, for comfort, you'd pick up 2 for sure. They're not the heaviest things in the world. After all, they're quite literally designed just to move smoke from one point to another. You grab the exhaust pipes, you grab the saws. The saws, now that they're out of the broken crates, are actually not the heaviest things in the world. Between Felix and Andros, the strongest of your party, you can easily get them. And then dispersing the hatchets on everyone is probably not that difficult either, so long as you have enough rope and material. You gather up most of the tools as night quickly descends, but even if it's nighttime, you all have dark vision. There is not a standard human amongst you. You don't even need to light up a torch so long as you guys remain warm. And you head to the shelters, to the camp.
How many of us are not half-elves, by the way?
There are, I think, 4 half-elves in the party, then a gnome and a tiefling. Which is
right,
kind of weird in a 90% human country.
Yes, we don't judge Ballsy for his mom's choices.
Look, I gotta get that +2 charisma.
That's fair. Party, you head on back. And although it is a little bit early, I believe it is time to start counting experience and going over the units of, well, not units, but your reputation, we'll call it. Specifically, or closer to your inter-party reputation. So I will open the floor to either our Crown Prince. For those of you at home wondering what the hell we're talking about, we have 4 little metrics, technically 5 little metrics, that we are using to judge one another on specifically their loyalty to their country / ideals. The country being Livistio in this case, or ideals being a particular thing that your character exposits is important to them. Then there is honor, which I feel like some people may be getting points reductions after cruelly throwing a goblin into... well, maybe, do goblins have moral consideration for them? Or does it say closer to your character's actions here? Was that an honorable kill?
I mean,
I would
was
imagine
asking to die.
I would imagine that for the party, I wouldn't want their honor to reduce for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Fought combatants and killed them. If anything, it wouldn't necessarily be killing a goblin, I think, that would reduce the Crown Prince's honor, but it might be just like callously giving into a joke death scenario rather than like a public execution or something.
I will let you decide that. If it's something that the prince intends not to repeat and kind of keep on the down low, I don't suppose anyone... like, the only people who possibly could have seen this to report back are other goblins, and I don't know if that's the worst thing in the world to be known for in the goblin things of, like, I cruelly kill you people. LOL, like, steal them out. And then you know, choke slam a goblin through the ice and drown them and watch them drown. Like, that's brutal. I don't think the humans will care, or your nation will care, if this does leak somehow. So it's up to you, Glynis. You ordered this
Goblin did ask
cruel
that.
death.
Well, if it's up to me, I want to keep my points, because
Then
at
your
the heart
point.
of my soul, I'm a gamer, and I like my numbers to stay high.
Alright. I accept that. In terms of ambition, you know, we're all kind of getting to know each other in terms of that still. I don't think anyone's personal ambitions have been shown or changed just yet. However, I'm willing to hear arguments for it, if you guys want to declare as such how ambitious you are.
I think it's too early to tell ambition.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Nothing
my,
individually.
The next up, we
Everyone
grade
feels
tyranny
ambitious.
before servility. Do you guys think your prince here was a tyrant, out of curiosity?
no.
I don't think so. I mean, he was
Glynis,
pretty open-minded.
This is a good thing, right? You don't want your tyranny to be too high.
No. I intentionally wanted to be fairly, like, these are my closer companions, and so, like, their opinions mattered, and so I would consult with them. They're gonna be my experts, so I didn't intentionally try to be tyrannical, although if I did something tyrannical, then feel free to.
I don't think you did.
Off
I
the
think
number.
opening, initially, you were trying to get the group involved in a arts and crafts project.
True.
The banner was a key priority.
It still is, by the way. Like, this is not over. The banner
Yeah,
will
very,
return.
very corporate teamworky.
We're gonna go
The
through
banner
the whole
will
campaign.
be decided upon, created, raised. This is a key part of this this whole thing.
Oh. I would like it. All of our sessions just start with an argument about this fucking banner, and no decision is ever actually made.
Like level 16, we kill a dragon. That's when we can all agree to put a fucking dragon skull on the banner. But until then,
That's a sick banner.
True. I don't think anyone is going to gain or subtract a point of servility either.
I think they should all gain a point of servility. Each
You
and
think so?
every single
Oh,
party
true.
member went out of their way to make sure their king could kill the
Yeah.
main chief of the hobgoblin. Like, they all had an
Yeah.
opportunity to do anything different and pointedly made sure that Glynis got that kill.
I 100% agree, actually. You know, it was a meme at one point, so I kind of overlooked it. I think, yeah, everyone can gain a point of servility right now. Please add it to your character sheets. I will do it for Andros, even. Because, you know, he had big words, for sure, about being somewhat aggressive towards you, and taking you, not for granted, underestimating you, for sure. But he allowed you to demonstrate your own martial skill. So I think everyone does get the point of servility here. Would you all like to argue for an additional point for some other reason or motive? No.
No, I don't think so.
None of you
I
want
can't
to be
even
known
think
as
of like
the
a joke
pushovers?
reason just to jest.
The only reason I could see would be just me having to personally drown the goblin, but it's not. I don't think
Not
it's
your
like
job.
worthy
think-
of a point, because like
Yeah.
in a personal way, Felix wasn't too happy with it because he would have just like rather just cut his head off. That's done. But an order is an order. I do it. I don't think it's worth a point though. Just
No. You
It's just your job.
ultimately
It's
fulfilled
just my
like
job.
your average job performance, and although
Yeah.
it was fucked up and kind of questionable, you know, definitely you would not be able to pull that off against like a human for sure, especially like a human.
Oh no,
combatant. But you know,
absolutely not.
it was kind of a meme, and the prince does seem to regret it a little bit, or at least
He's learning,
shown
he's learning.
regret. Okay.
Yeah,
We are
sometimes
on
you make choices for a joke, and sometimes a joke doesn't land well. That's okay.
I will
we're on a
now
journey
be-
to learn to
Oh,
discover.
go for it.
No, it's alright. Just I was done.
I am calculating experience right now. If we want to go around the table, shout ourselves out if we wish to, or compliment each other and their performance and any highlights you saw, I would love to hear what everyone heard. I would like to open up with big shout out to Andros for quite clearly establishing that his character views you all as his lessers, and he is the cool knight, and you guys are like tagging along on his adventure. I think, you know,
Yeah.
like, yes, you are weak. Yanni, come here. I really like the immediate characterization that he committed to. That was really funny
Yeah.
and really good.
Absolutely, yeah.
Who else? Anyone else want to shout themselves or each other out?
Shout out to the 49ers.
They're up right now.
They're up
Yeah.
right now? Uh-oh.
Yeah,
So that, later. When
They lost the lead briefly, and they got it back, and I am sweating bullets.
Uh-oh.
Shout out to Snefru, who was it Rubzal? Rubizal? I have a hard time with your other name. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You did a very good job, I think, of playing the kind of nervous gnome, at least in the first bit of our encounter. I enjoyed that little snippet of roleplay. It brought some life to the actions you were taking instead of just like I cast my spell. You like gave us a little narration or roleplayed that moment. I thought it spoke to your character, and I liked that.
Thank you.
Rube, you want to
I
compliment
really like
anyone?
I really like the not so vicious mockeries coming out of Yancey.
And shout out too to the, hey, let's put a big monster we killed on the banner. Very optimistic for our current level, but I admire the dedication to the bit.
Right?
Yeah, I was thinking later that like maybe we shouldn't put a dead bear on our banner where like the bear druids are like a big deal over that.
They'd be a little upset for
Unless
sure.
that was the goal all along, in which case Yansu's got no idea. I've got no one to thank and no one to give compliments to.
Damn. Holy shit.
Fair.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding. You guys all did great.
I mean, props
You went
to,
from no
props to
compliment
Glynis.
to empty compliment, which I think is
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you guys, it was alright. It was, I mean,
I just wanted to keep digging that hole, you know.
God.
I mean,
I
That's
personally think
just
it's
props
gonna be really
to-
fun for Yonsei and Rossi to be like, God, these two just get a room, am I right? Like while we're in the same room with them. I'm just like reading too much into a relationship.
I'd also say Glynis really roleplayed the young master
Yeah.
quite well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Greg, you did
What
an
was the word
excellent
that you
job.
used? That
Yeah.
was like,
It's inspiring. Honestly.
was it Heather 4th or Heather 2 or something?
Come hither.
Come here.
Yeah, that would
Those
have come
videos.
hither. I was like, damn, Shakespeare's here.
Jeff, any compliments? I actually want to compliment you. You were the first to, like, truly not just be the hype man for your prince, but also, like, show off your support for him. Of, like, he's gonna do it. Hey, he's
True.
gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the bugbear. Oh, yeah. And, like, as the judicial champion, or just, like, shrugging off the blow of commoner. Like, what do you mean? Just- I don't know if you took genuine offense to that, but your face did say there, and I.
Oh yeah.
Commoner ballsy.
I mean, Felix has an ego, like as a champion, of course. But in the end, it's true. He's a commoner. he's just there because he's skilled and lucky. That's about it.
Any compliments you want to
Got
give
the
out,
commoner
Jeff,
balls.
or a shout out for yourself?
No, just I wanted also to compliment Greg for the great inspiring part on playing Glennis. Also to Diggy, who did a great job at being mysterious, mischievous, and acting at the right moment. Actually.
I think your performance was exceptionally pointed as well, as Eluva, because you did, like, hammer in some points, almost with a hammer at times, of, like, what was with this brutal kill that you did, and you should remind yourself that other people will take this and view it. Like, there was, almost subtle, like, a subtle hammer blow to Glynis there that I really appreciated.
I'm going to teach this king how to politics, whether he wants it or not.
Oh. Okay. Diggy, any shout-outs or compliments you want to give out?
Shout out to you for facilitating this game.
Fucking facilitating.
Oh, yeah,
That's
good
what I do.
facilitating. Good facilitating.
Great facilitation.
Then
I gotta bring it back, you know.
Thank you. I will graciously
Gotta
accept
bring
that and reward you all 175 experience points for combat, roleplay, as well as some good old quest progression, we'll call it. We haven't yet figured out what is really going on. Maybe the goblin was being honest, maybe it was being a little bit deceptive, but clearly something has spurred these creatures on to rob from you guys.
No one did an insight check, which is in hindsight.
No, if insight checks are needed if you guys can understand already the intuitive implications of what little goblin guy was putting out.
Yeah. Beyonce's proficient in insight. He should have been more.
My question to you all is, are you planning to linger around or preemptively say, mission accomplished, let's go home?
We have a lot more work to do, I think.
I think that we have more work to do, which is
There
part of the
is
reason.
definitely more work, yeah.
Which is part of the reason why Glynis was so easily swayed into the ice bath, because he saw us sitting here in the forest for like at least a week or so as we track down these other humans and the other goblinoids and figure out what's going on.
So can I do my big brain theory?
Yeah, we've got time if you want to do your big brain theory.
It's actually quite tiny, because I'm dumb IRL. But the goblin clearly does not trust any humanoids, you know. They think we're all backstabbers, which kind of makes me think that they did a dealing and got backstabbed. So that's one potential
Maybe they were
outcome.
hired for something and
Could be.
or given information and then it was a trap. They tried to trap us.
Maybe.
Something of the sort. That's just a random guess, but the answer is yes. I think we need to do more to investigate.
Leonce needs more jokes. The goblin ones are not hitting well. Everyone thinks they're a little offensive.
You know, not all the swings you take are hits, right?
You know what? And most of them aren't. And that's
True.
part of growth. And that's why he's, you know, here, out, around, learning things.
Okay. Well, I
Although it
think
could be
we had
argued
a
that
wonderful first session. I am still annoyed that we had some technical hiccups. As well as, you know, I didn't realize the Super Bowl was this today. I don't follow
Sorry.
football. No, it happens. So I hope whatever
sports.
team you're cheering for wins wherever you are. Except
Specifically
for
the
team-
49ers.
Specifically the 49ers. No other team exists, actually.
Here is the moment where I have to quickly, you know, normally I say, as always, don't die, but I feel like I want to mix it up a little bit or change it, but I don't think I'm going to, so we're going to abruptly end. Have a good night wherever you are, and don't die. Woo-hoo. I said the line. Clip me.